enjoy the moment.
Hurry in for exceptional offers on the new BMW X3 with Alexa built in.
As someone who resembles someone else, I appreciate that Liberty Mutual knows everyone's unique. That's why they customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
What is up, people?
This is fine. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Germs invade through your nose, the body's air filter for trapping allergens, dirt, and viruses.
I am
But how
ready
do you
for a
clean
race
your
today.
nose? It's easy with
And I hope we can get a full one.
Navage uses powered suction to help flush out germs that cause congestion, or worse, can make you sick. Over 2 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage has over 70,000 online reviews averaging 4.7 stars because it works and it's easy to use. Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Time to suit up your squad? Sports Engine Gear makes it easy to customize, order, and ship uniforms and apparel directly to your athletes. Buy it, wear it, love it. On sportsenginegear.com.
That
In the wilderness, fearless and human. Sauvage, the new elixir, Dior.
I hope we can switch over to the race coverage after this commercial break. They're showing like Sky Sports News or whatever the fuck.
No. You still can.
Just some British guy talking about soccer and F1 on Sky Sports. That's pretty much all that is.
People who rely on Prudential for financial
Or Australian. I don't know. I have a hard time telling the difference. What's up, Winval? Winval's got Larson winning today. I have Brad winning today.
Now to a backlash against FIFA's plans to hold the Women's World Cups every 2 years. UEFA, the WSL and many other European leagues have released a statement today setting out a case against FIFA's proposal. Well, for more, we can speak live to our reporter, Anton Louis. Anton, what are the key points from this statement then?
Yeah, they're showing this fucking Sky Sports News, which is dumb.
Declaration of intent by you've got the biggest
Just switch
clubs
over.
in Europe. The ECA represents more than 200 clubs in Europe. You've got the FA, WSL, and the Championship. You've got 7 of the other top leagues in Europe, and you've got UEFA's governing body, UEFA, coming out and basically saying we do not want the World Cup every 2 years. They've listed 13 different concerns they have with FIFA's plans. The main ones being, obviously, player welfare. Obviously, they're worried about just the sheer number of high-profile games in a tournament every year. The players can be asked to play for that. And also, of course, the mental health concerns and the burnout that comes with that as well. Other concerns include, well, commercially.
There is rain that's in the area. But you know what? Let's just fucking go.
They may well see investors.
Is I'm going to have a Larson feed from official NASCAR Discord on. So you're not going to be in the stream, or are you?
And as well, obviously, there are concerns about just the calendar as a whole. 13 concerns, as I said, listed. But the interesting thing is, obviously, what happens next. Because FIFA, well, I spoke to Jill Ellis, who is FIFA's lead consultant on this. Now, she's the one who's put forward these plans. She's obviously a 2-time World Cup winning coach with the US.
World Cup every 2 years would be hurting everyone who plays.
Looking at it for 2 reasons why this
I don't even.
may work. This is
Would it though?
FIFA's kind of side of it. Look,
what if they played it every year?
2 reasons. One,
that'd be fun.
Every 2 years means more money in the game. That money can go to other member nations to aid their development. That money will funnel through the system and hopefully get more people playing at a better standard. The second reason why FIFA is so keen for this is simply because, and they point to a country like Jamaica, who made their World Cup debut in 2019, and they say, look, there's been a huge surge in the number of people, the number of young women playing football in Jamaica right now, and obviously the huge attraction, the social status that
Are you doing that plus my stream? There we go.
To be a women's footballer than it was in Jamaica than 2 years ago. So again, they're saying there's more of a social side to this swap. They say the concern is bigger than just Europe. But the Europe are pretty angry about this. Obviously, like I said, usually with the
Red Sox are going to the playoffs. Wild card game tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I'm streaming it. I might. Who knows?
Declaration by the clubs and by the leagues now to say, no, we want to do something really against this. So the next stage now FIFA will produce their pros and cons report before a huge summit in December, which will be absolutely fascinating to see what happens next.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Anton, thank you very much. Right, let's get to the battle for top spots as the IPL nears the playoff stages. It is Chennai Super Kings against Delhi Capitals, live on Sky Sports. And I can tell you, there's just been a wicket in this one as well. Ripal Patel has...
Nobody in
gone
Discord
for Delhi
is in the
Capitals,
Martin
who are
Truex
well on top.
audio channel.
And
Maybe
this
nobody
thanks to
cares about
a very good
Truex.
bowling display earlier on. Just 136 for Chennai Super Kings. Delhi Capitals
Go
93
fly.
for 4 now in reply.
I'm going pee real quick.
So the battle for top spots then. And the Delhi Capitals got off to a good start as Faf du Plessis departed for 10. Well, Moeen Ali is looking for some form before he joins up with the England squad for the T20 World Cup. He departed for just 5 though. The experienced Sambati Rayundu gave the side something to work with. He finished unbeaten on 55 as he helped the side to 136 for 5.
Played 50 up, 21st half-century for Sambati Rayundu.
To tennis now, the ATP Tour have announced they are investigating world number 4 Alexander Zverev following allegations of domestic abuse by his former partner Olga Sharipova. The investigations concerns Zverev's conduct at an ATP
That was a good
event in
piss.
Shanghai in 2019. The announcement comes as the ATP confirmed they are
NASCAR on
evaluating
TV.
independent report into
It's on
safeguarding
NBCSN,
and
but
recommendations
they're
for
showing
enforcement
Sky
and
Sports
investigation
News right
abuse.
now. I think they're going to start it.
Okay, if you missed,
I think they're going to start the
breaking
coverage
news,
right at
concerning
1.
England,
So
Tammy Abraham and Ben Chilwell have been called up for the 2 World Cup qualifiers. Reece James, though, departs from the squad with
the
a
Discord
thigh
logo is the
injury.
driver
The
picks
Premier
from
League
the
news this
website.
hour.
Oh, wow.
Claudio Ranieri, the Premier League title winner, is back. And he is the new head coach at Watford. They've had rather a few in the last 9 years or so, haven't they? 14 to be precise. And Ranieri's 22nd club. How will he get on? We'll bring you all of the reaction next.
What's up, Kenneth? You ready for some Monday racing? I'm hoping the rain can stay away. Not too sure about that, though.
Country style rib sandwich.
But whenever the race does happen, I'll be here for it.
Glorious. What? Restructured pork patty shaped like a miniature rack of ribs. Real country style ribs. On an Arby's sandwich. Arby's, we have the meat.
At Tommy John, we believe you deserve the most comfortable underwear. And breathable, supportive, lightweight stretch fabrics for the perfect fit on every guy. We believe in can't believe they never
How's the weather
thought of
looking?
designs, like our
I'll
stapler
check.
band and the horizontal quick draw fly. We believe the daily grind should only be in your coffee cup, not in your underwear. Plus, we guarantee no wedges, no adjustment.
Rain looks like it's 20 miles out, which is not good, but let's just get it started. Let's go. I want to see a little bit of racing today.
This code.
Pumpkin lovers.
I'm just in for the ride at this point.
Pumpkin to love it Dunkin' with our new pumpkin cream cold brew, topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam or a pumpkin spice signature latte. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Brushing only reaches 25% of your mouth. Listerine cleans virtually 100%, helping to prevent gum disease and bad breath. Never settle for 25%. Always go for 100. Bring out the bold.
For what you will do tomorrow, you need Cheeks tonight. The world's most breathable.
You love Tammy? Who's Tammy?
Moisture wicking. Stay
Oh,
fit,
Tammy is an English
ridiculously
soccer squad.
soft sheets.
I have fallen in love with how they feel. We guarantee Sheets will be the best sheets you'll ever own.
Go to trysheets.com now to get 25% off when you use the promo code on your screen, plus 2 additional pillowcases at no cost. That's a total savings of up to $100. Go to trysheets.com now.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Taking Align every day can help. Align contains a quality probiotic developed by gastroenterologists. It adds more good bacteria to your gut to naturally help soothe your occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Support your digestive health with Align, the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic. Try Align today, and try new Align fast-acting biotic gummies. Help soothe occasional digestive
Remember
upsets
that.
in as little as 7 days.
I'm gonna keep
NASCAR 21 clips. I don't want to see any NASCAR 21 gameplay footage until I actually play the game. I want it to be like a surprise.
It does sound better in the shower. And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years.
I guess I'll need a PlayStation first.
Can't unhear that. For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
Unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus
It's
on
just the
what
menu
matters
clips.
most. That's how we've become the
Even that, I
leader
still want that to
5G,
be a surprise.
#1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan, so you get it all.
With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, banking with Capital One is like the easiest
Raffy, you ready for a
decision in
race
history
today?
of decisions. It's kind of like...
I'll take Barkley.
Yes! Yep, even easier than that. What's in your wallet?
When you get a chip in your windshield, trust Safeway. This couple counts on their SUV as they travel for their small business. So when they got a chip in their windshield, they brought it to Safeway.
Man, it is foggy in here.
Shop repair.
You can barely see my face.
The chip right away. And with their insurance, it was no cost to them.
You can barely see my face right now.
To protect their glass, we installed new wipers too. That service the way you need it.
Whether you're playing, coaching, or cheering, Sports Engine Gear has everything you need to get game ready. Team leaders can select, order, and ship full uniform kits and custom jerseys directly to every athlete. Plus, coaches and fans can showcase their team pride with logoed hats, sweatshirts, face coverings, and more.
All right, it's 1 p.m.
All shipped fast from your own online team store. Buy it, wear it, love it. On SportsEngineGear.com.
It's NASCAR Cup Series playoffs from Talladega, the Yellowwood 500. 24 hours after we expected to see the second round and second race of the round take place, we're back.
Cars are rolling off.
On a Monday afternoon.
It's sunny.
Alongside our crew chief, Steve Letarte, Rick Allen with you. And Steve, 24 hours, that's a lot of time for a team to have to group, get ready to go back again. What do you tell your team to get them ready to race on a Monday?
Well, I think you don't assume anything. If I'm a crew chief this morning, I made sure I have a team meeting like I would on a regular race day. I would make sure the things that could have been damaged overnight, the lug nuts on the tires you had glued up, other equipment, we double and triple check it. It doesn't matter that we're on a Monday. That's all just a storyline. The simple fact is this race matters. It matters for 12 of these drivers' playoff hopes. I'd make sure we're focused and ready to go.
That's a great point. We bring in our drivers, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Burton. All right, Jeff, what's the anxiety level, especially for the 12 drivers that are in the playoffs right now, coming to Talladega?
Well, you're always nervous coming to Talladega, Junior. This is a racetrack where anything can happen. You can be riding along, minding your own business.
So who's everybody got winning today? I got Brad winning. Winval has Larson winning. Let's see Jaden's picks. Who does he have winning? He has Blaney winning today.
And Steve, when you talk about having those team meetings and doing things in the morning before the race to prepare the team, I hope you include the driver and all that. If he's not involved in any of that and he walks out on pit road, it's going to feel flat. It's going to feel not as important as it was yesterday. You don't want your driver going into this race without the same intensity that he showed up with yesterday. And it's easy to do in these rainouts. We're going to watch these drivers at the start of the race. Some of them
Well, we're not green yet.
I
think we still got another pace lap.
We'll see what that intensity level is.
But there's no choose rule for Talladega or Daytona. There won't be a choose rule next week either for the Roval.
That was from last week's race, as well as the point standings. So you see the top 12 in the point standings, the playoff drivers on those first 6 rows.
Yeah, but this is a track I think you have to definitely look outside those playoff drivers. Reddick, Busch, row 7, Matty D, and Dillon, row 8. Briscoe, Suarez, row 9. I think any of these drivers could go to victory lane. How about Stenhouse? McDowell, the Daytona 500 champ in row 11.
Further back, you've got Newman and Jones. Allgaier in the 77. As Haley is in a colleague-sponsored or colleague-fielded team for this race. We see the cars coming onto pit road.
It's looking sunny right now. Let me check the radar.
Down for us 500 miles here at Talladega.
500 miles and NASCAR
NASCAR's largest oval, 2.66 miles around here. That's 188 laps to make up the 500 miles. 60 laps, stage 1 and stage 2. Final stage a little bit longer at 68 laps. Fuel window, the mid-40s. So we need a pit stop at every stage. We expect the competition yellow in this first stage, though, so on or around lap 25.
Want to get a few updates before the green flag flies? We'll start with Parker Kligerman.
Well, Rick, for Joey Logano, he comes in this race 6 points above that cut line in the playoffs, and he admitted coming in here that makes him stressed, because if you look at his history here, he's won here 3 times.
We might see a little bit of, we might see some rain around 3 to 4. That's not good.
I just got to stop getting wrecked at the end of these.
Well, let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's see how far we can get.
We talked to Kyle Busch yesterday about victory in this race. He said, I hope so, but I don't know. That's typical Talladega talk, right? But he said one thing is clear. After last week, we have a much better picture of what's happening. He finished 3rd at Vegas, plus 18 additional stage points. He's now 35 to the good above the cut line, which is important in this wildest of wild card races of the next 2 coming up, Marty.
Let's go. Talladega. RJ, who you got winning today?
Your fantasy lineup better include Ryan Blaney, certainly one of the favorites today. In fact,
Kenneth, who you got winning today?
Crew Chief Todd Gordon. They have 6 wins here. Todd Gordon has 4. Ryan Blaney has 2 wins here. And nobody, and I mean nobody in this field is more excited this race is on Monday than Ryan Blaney. Why? Well, his 2 Talladega wins both came on Monday. In fact, the last 2 times Talladega races were held on a Monday. Who won? Ryan Blaney. We're all excited to go racing, Rick, but I know he's fired up that he's racing on a Monday at Talladega.
So maybe it was Ryan Blaney that was doing the rain dance yesterday to make sure.
You got Bubba winning today? I'd love to see that, man. Where is that man starting?
A little more anxious than others. We actually get to see
that man starting
that these drivers have
19th.
as they are racing around this racetrack.
Yeah, our friends at Whoop have a biometric wearable. It's basically a wristband.
Oh yeah, they got the heart rate things again. I love that.
That goes from 0 to 21. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., nice enough to wear one. Look at his current heart rate, just under 100. Then we transfer over to Joey Logano. Very consistent, about 100 for Joey Logano as well. Not physical exertion, mental exertion. That heart rate is going to climb as we go through the race today.
That's what we heard out of Joey Logano. We mentioned how Bristol was very, very physical for him.
All right, we're going green here.
Was the key when he came to Talladega. We're going to keep our eyes on that today. This is what the fans were waiting for. The field 2x2.
NASCAR on a Monday, and we're going green, baby. We are green.
Organization, it seems, already for Team Penske.
Kyle Busch out to the lead.
Leads a little gap for 22 of Joe Logano moves down in line. They are the 4th and 5th cars on the bottom lane.
We see the 12 just above that 22. So those 3 Team Penske cars very close to each other, not all in line right now.
Car out 3 wide up at the front. Looks like the 20 of Christopher Bell. Hard to tell from that angle. Yes, it is the 20. He's outside the 19 of Truex. He's going to be losing spots with no help behind him.
I think Keselowski, that 2 car, he was trying to drag back to get the 12 in front of him, but there was no push to the 12. He didn't have enough speed to take advantage of it.
Look how quickly that second.
Kyle Busch is going to lead the first lap, it looks like. There we go,
But
nice.
the 11 already has dropped back almost to 7th or 8th.
The Penske car's jumping out outside.
Kyle Busch leads lap 1.
See that? He's going to go up there and get behind that 2 car, Brad Keselowski. They're going to start moving forward again.
The competition caution is on lap 25. I'm pretty sure. Let me confirm that before I'm spreading false information.
Stayed cool, held his position now. He's pushing these Penske cars into the lead.
You see the 18 dropping back to the bumper of the 9 of Chase Elliott on that inside line. Penske cars are going to stay up on the high line as now the 18 gets a little bit of a run.
We're going to talk agendas all day long. The agendas for the playoff guys. Do you risk it?
Yep, competition caution lap 25.
Not a playoff driver. Do you risk getting in the mix early, or do you wait to see if the big accident comes?
Big push from Chase Elliott sends the 18 car up the inside of Joey Logano. Now the momentum again from the outside. Denny Hamlin still glued to the back bumper of the 2 car off into turn 1. Joey's going to get in front of that line. He feels like that's where the energy's at. They're teamed up pretty good on the bottom, though, guys.
I want to remind you that double yellow line That is out of bounds. You are not allowed to improve your position below that double yellow line, so they'll want to stay above that.
An outside lane now, 3 wide. William Byron saw a little bit of push coming from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Jumped up to be the leader of that outside.
And they're all 3 wide right now. Look at this shit.
Gets back out front.
Now we see the 24 of William Byron. He's up on that high line.
Interesting to see if this top lane with William Byron can work.
Kurt Busch jumps out in front of the 24, thinking there might be some momentum there.
Yeah, now Blaney's going to go up there and try to either control that outside line and slow them down. Now he's on the outside of Denny Hamlin. He's committed to that third groove. He's just simply trying to be the first guy in the line they think has forward momentum. So Ryan Blaney jumps to that outside. This is
Denny.
Big push coming. Logano with a block.
Yeah, we also saw Denny Hamlin get a little bit nervous there as he had a big shove from just behind him and the 19 of Art Truex Jr.
Yeah, they all had to get out of the gas there, Rick, and you see the speed and the pace they're losing, positions being lost. See Matty D, he now jumped up behind Logano. Logano lost Blaney and all of that. When the two got in the middle, it just slowed the energy down from that pack, and that separated the 12 and the 22. So now you have 4 Penskes in a line. The Wood Brothers car is a teammate with Team Penske, so you have 4 of them lined up. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
So that's teams. What about manufacturers? How easy is it to find the other Fords out there and get together and work together?
It's a huge effort now, Rick. It's going to be interesting to see as these stages come to the end how they stay put together, because there's a lot of drivers in this race that need stage points, and there's others that don't. There's others that are here only to win. They're not in the playoffs anymore, and those relationships.
Larson's running up in 3rd right now.
As this race goes on. Danny Hamlin to the top there, either by decision to get out of that lead.
Besides Byron, all the Hendrick cars are in the top 10.
He's got that security blanket.
And Denny Hamlin, yeah, he's falling to the back. Denny's just trying to stay out of trouble.
Front leading this race. He doesn't have to have great points today. He's automatically on to the next round, and so we see Denny Hamlin falling back as a big pack here.
This is the thing we've seen Denny do before, where he'll go back to the back of the field, ride around, and watch
6 Toyotas.
wreck themselves out of this race.
Yeah, 6 Toyotas in the top 10 right now. Or no, those only 2.
Denny's teammate Kyle Busch that's up front.
Oh, you mean 6 Toyotas in total?
He has Chase Elliott right behind him. Kyle Larson has been quiet right there in 3rd.
Yeah, NASCAR needs more Toyotas.
Yellow line as well.
Harvick, he left that inside line, jumped up to the top. You mentioned manufacturers, Rick. That puts a lot of Fords in that outside line.
But Kyle Busch has been leading it so far.
He is someone that needs stage points. Came here below the cut line. He's going to try to get track position and never give it up.
I don't know why this says Denny Hamlin led a lap. He has not. That is false.
In that Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, we saw the
Harvick led that lap.
Windshield to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Harvick now leading at Talladega.
That inside line's coming fast, though. They've got great help, and they're very tight together. Good momentum. Harvick does not go down there and block that run. He stays committed to the outside line, hoping to get more help from the Fords behind him. A little bit.
Look, they're racing hard. It's crazy out there. You're gonna die if something goes wrong. That's how it is.
Behind the 22, we see him up front at this race a lot. It's not a mistake. It's not a fluke. He's really good at the plate races. And
look at this.
Doing a great job. Kevin Harvick offset his car to the right. You can push on that rear bumper on the right side of that car. You don't want to push on the left in a corner. You can spin the guy out. You push him on the right. It's much safer. Harvick stays in this middle groove. He could go down and get.
Oh yeah, 18 Chevy, 16 Ford, 6 Toyotas. Yeah, we need more Toyotas. I wish it was an even like 3rd split, like so there'd be 40. I wish it was just evenly split between all the manufacturers. Because Toyotas have no hope at Talladega.
Harvick leading at Talladega.
Oh, you got the scan all radio so you can tell me if someone is pissed or something? That's awesome. We appreciate it. And they're going to full commercial during green flag racing at Talladega. But the Red Sox are going to the playoffs. Wild card game tomorrow night.
Mocha is an adult flavor. Listen, the kids have their drink with candy. Yeah. I get my own drink.
This is our candy. You know, espresso candy.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
Espresso. You say espresso?
Yes, I do.
NASCAR Discord has it. What's their Discord thing called? Like, is it just called NASCAR? I'm gonna join that.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
We get out.
GG/NASCAR.
Hook big ones. We get out and rip it. And we track them down.
Oh, he sent me an invite. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Out and do. Pringles original. Barbecue. Pizza. The barbecue pizza stack. Where is everyone? Pringles. Endless flavors to stack.
Yes, so what I'm saying is people like options. I mean, you take Geico. You can call them anytime you feel like saving money. It don't matter, day or night. Use your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever. The point is, you have options. How convenient. Wait, crab cakes.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The NASCAR season will come to an end, but the championship weekend will last forever.
The greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days. Also,
Yeah, I got it.
backdrop of the desert.
Yeah, they have that scan all stuff. That's pretty cool.
Night racing, a doubleheader, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com.
New to NASCAR, as you watch today's race, follow along on Twitter at NASCAR Nation for a 101 type breakdown of what's happening on the track. We'll explain key terms you hear on the broadcast and
Yesterday was just disappointing that we had no race. But then I was able to watch the Red Sox, so it wasn't that bad.
Brought to you by Geico as we look down a big aggressive move out of Matt DiBenedetto in the 20.
Oh yeah, you don't know who is who.
And challenging for the lead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it doesn't even show who's like talking. I wasn't able to find like individual drivers' radios, so I don't know how you found that.
Matt DiBenedetto leading the race right now.
Matty D's up front.
Said, I want to lead this race. I'm going to take care of myself. Eric Almirola, same thing. Neither one of those guys are in the playoffs. They dropped off of the other Fords to lead the race. A little bit surprised by Eric Almirola not to get out of that line of Fords he was in, but not surprised by Matt DiBenedetto, who's trying
5 jump to the outside.
No guarantees where he's going to be next year. No guarantees on what manufacturer he's going to drive for. He's racing for himself today. Parker.
Well, Dylan, one of the interesting things here as we see these Fords really control this race is how they got there. If you go a couple
Scroll to the bottom of the channels.
22 push the 4 of Kevin Harvick there all the way through the corners, almost tandeming like we used to see a couple years ago. Remember with this package change that we had going to July Daytona, or August Daytona, excuse me. These
Oh, there we go.
down. A lot of people
Do all the drivers have one?
didn't quite see it at Daytona, but coming here to
No, only
Talladega,
some of them.
A bigger track. We thought we might see it. We thought we might see it out of the Fords, which have a flusher, flatter front nose that allows that. And I think we're definitely seeing that tandem being able to be used through the corners a little bit, Marty.
Boy, Parker, you see the Fords working so well together there. Kevin Harvick shot to the lead for just a moment.
I can't hear Kyle Busch's. Like, I clicked on his name and I can't hear it.
Kind of working with everybody. CB always had a terrific analogy. It's like making a dinner reservation for 6.
I don't know if I did something wrong or if he's just not saying anything.
The Chevy plan has really changed. They will all pit together, just like the Fords will. But when it comes to on track, they are told, listen, you do not have to work with Chevys necessarily. Yes, help your other teammates if you can, your other Chevy cars, but you don't have to do that because they want to avoid 10 cars in a pack together. That's when a big wreck can take everybody out.
And I like that plan, Marty. I think the value of teammates is the most under green flag pit stops, on and off pit road and being organized. But on the racetrack, Dale, Jeff, I want you to kind of go out there and understand there are cars if it was a coin flip, but don't worry about other cars. Worry about yourself.
Yeah, I need to be able to make moves when I need to make them. Now, I love working with teammates as long as they wanted to do what I was doing.
See that
So that means you wanted them
Yeah, I went to Kyle Busch's and I just, like, it said that it was playing, but I couldn't hear anything. So, and my volume was up. One of the radios sounds like a machine gun.
What does that mean? If you're Kevin Harvick, you're going to the gauntlet.
Probably got something wrong.
If you're any of those other Ford guys, you now know, hey, I can't trust.
Well, look at this. They're all 3 wide. Just all through the pack. It's crazy.
That the guy's going to be working with you, and he
Fucking Truex to the lead. Got Bubba up in second. Harvick retakes second. Matty D in second. Man, this is wild right now.
Is from the adrenaline and the nerves as you race on the pack. You guessed it. It's the mental strain and the mental anxiety, the fear of being in that pack 3 wide. Just where Joey is, right in the middle of it. He's in the worst possible place to be in that pack right now. And his heart rate shows that. When you mentioned the mental strain, when you see activity strain 6.9, similar to lifting weights, that goes from 0 to 21 and continue to climb all day long. So already a lot of effort. Only 16 laps into the race.
I'm going to go back over to that.
So
if you say it's working.
That. Keep yourself as calm. Keep breathing. Keep that heart rate low. Can't help a driver in his fatigue.
And remember, this race will go for 3 hours. So
yeah, it's not working for me. I don't know what you're doing different. So I go over. Here, I'll close the app and show you what I do.
Especially at Daytona.
2 guys that haven't had great success.
Oh, it just stays connected. But yeah, I go over to this. I scroll down until I see Kyle Busch. Scroll down until I see Kyle Busch. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. And then I just click on it.
Checking in on the situation.
And it opens that up, and it's not working.
25 below the cut line, 12th and last among playoff drivers. And he told us this week, we got nothing to lose. We buried ourselves with a self-inflicted pit road wound at Vegas and finishing 24th. So what about today? He said we're going to be in for stage.
Oh wait, no.
All day. So what's he doing?
I hear it when I put my phone up like this. I hear it very faintly.
After starting 12th, got shuffled back to 27th. He's been working with anybody he can find. This would be a great one to work with right here, his teammate Kyle Busch, as he needs to move that 20 car forward and finish this stage in the points. Marty?
Dave, a moment ago, William Byron was running up here in this front of this pack, but he has fallen to the back, and that was by intent. When he was on the top line, temperature shot up to close to 300, moved down to the bottom. They went down to 275, but they're not coming down any further. So he dropped to the back of this pack, trying to get some clean air to the nose of that colorful.
I wonder when the big one happens.
So Steve, at what point do you worry about temperatures? But do you take tape off? Is that an option?
Kyle Busch fell back down to 15th. That's probably how this day is going to go. And then he's going to get caught up in a big wreck, and it's going to suck.
Easy to cool a car in clean air. I would have
pissed.
to ask William, hey,
it's going to be
too much
awful.
Effort? Keep this car cool. Do I need to help you out? And let him tell me if he can move around and manage it.
Points always moving. You see those on the left. Everyone.
Another commercial break? Are you serious? Another full commercial break, too.
These aren't just shipments. They're promises.
We need to limit how much commercial time they do.
Big promises, small promises, cuddly shaped promises. Each with a time and a place they've been promised to be. And the people of Old Dominion never turn away a promise. Or overpromise. Or make an empty promise. We keep them. A promise is everything to Old Dominion. Because it means everything to you.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the yellow tag. Yellowwood Protector Stain and Sealer. Powerful protection for your deck. Available in pre-mixed grab-and-go cans. Find a Yellowwood dealer near you.
If it looks like an F-150, goes like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021
Lars is being pushed by Bubba.
Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
A lot of people think dealing with COPD is a walk in the park. If I have something to help me breathe better, everything would be fun and nice. But I still have bad days, flare-ups, which can permanently damage my lungs. My lungs need protection against flare-ups. So, it's time to get real. Because in the real world, Our lungs deserve the real protection of Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and flare-up protection. It's the first and only COPD medicine proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling,
Custer's leading? Oh shit.
or eye pain occur.
For real protection,
If you see me chatting, look for me with a 5 behind my name.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the Yellow Tag. New Yellowwood Protector semi-transparent stain and water repellent. Find a Yellowwood dealer near you.
I don't know how much I'm gonna go into that Discord. Hey, buddy, get away.
You're watching NASCAR on NBC.
And it's NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. The Yellowwood.
We're getting ready for the competition caution too here in a few laps. Lap 25.
In the 41. And teammate Kevin Harvick just Fords are working on the bottom line. And as we went to break, we saw the Chevrolets had made the outside line work with some Toyotas up there. And now the Fords flexing their muscle down on the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, we thought that high line was going to be where everybody went. Cole Custer dives down in front of his teammate, Kevin Harvick, and now this bottom is dominant again. We saw the same thing in the Xfinity race. We know the drivers all kind of like to get to the top and ride around and just make laps to get to the end of this race. Didn't happen in the Xfinity race. Seems to be the same situation here where the bottom may be the best place to be.
And Junior, we're seeing 2 wide, 3 wide racing as we're getting close to the competition caution. That was the 22 of Logano.
Coleman Presley, the spotter for Joey Logano.
Clear, they're going to get to him really quick off of 2.
Listen to the information.
Blaney's still clear. Blaney's still clear.
He won with Brad here in the spring.
They're outside of Blaney now. Outside of Blaney.
Ooh, Bubba, man.
Blaney's got clear again. Toyota's trying to start a third lane to book the second lane up.
Oh, damn, this is nerve-wracking here. Larson, what are you doing? He's just holding up that whole pack. Get out of the way, bro. If you're slow, just move.
You may wonder why it matters to the driver. What's going on in the third lane, 10 rows behind him.
He just brought him all the way back down to like 20th.
So
fucking great.
That information, hey, is non-existent means don't even think about it. Put it out of your mind.
A lot of cars have dropped out of this pack too, which is taking a ton of energy out of it and giving this bottom line the ability to dominate. Not so many cars up in this lead pack. Many guys easing out. Seen Larson get out of this lead pack. Earlier we saw Denny Hamlin go to the back of it. With less cars, there's less energy, less ability to make that outside line work. Bubba Wallace hasn't given up on it yet.
Yeah, that only hurts that outside line, though. You know, you start getting 3 wide at the back of that line. Now, you don't build that forward energy. It slows that whole line down. It gets back in line. Now it'll start building that energy back up. Oh, here he goes again. Of course, they come into the competition.
Here they go. Here they come.
Can't help himself. You get that run, you just got to try and see what it'll do, and it's hard not to take it every time you get it. Riding on board Brief Cam Christopher Bell, the Toyota camera. He's going to follow the Toyota.
We mentioned a competition caution at or around lap 25. They just started the 25th lap.
I don't know what happened, but for the Discord.
Way more organized. We've seen a lot of jostling back in the second and third.
I don't know what that means.
All
right, competition caution's coming up right now, or soon.
Wallace is headed to the back of the pack. Kurt Busch has got that monster.
The MRN feed said goodbye for a whole minute. Probably just went on a break.
And again, the start-finish line just past the tri-oval right there. As they cross that, we would expect the competition caution any moment now.
I feel like some of the drivers are trying to guess when the caution's going to come out to try to pick up a few spots. It actually costs Busch a few spots right there.
Yeah, you can see them all starting to race now. Just like you said, Jeff.
Where's there it is? There it is. Caution's out.
2 or 3 spots, and there's the caution. 26 laps, 69 miles into this race.
It dipped from the channel, but it is back.
When the first caution comes out, leading the
Winval, are you watching the race too?
Logano, Harvick, Blaney.
With your Abu Dhabi
Elliott
Sports.
was up there inside the top 5. Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Michael McDowell, the Daytona 500 winner from earlier this year, is 8th. Ross Chastain, another super speedway driver that a lot of people don't mind working with to get to the front. And has had great success, as well as Eric Jones in the top 10. Okay, as the competition has come out, let's take a look at the Ruoff Mortgage Keys to Victory Lane. I know it's early in this one. There's still 160.
Wait, do you even use Abu Dhabi Sports anymore?
Steve, you do have to stay sharp, right?
Well, we talked about it at the top of the show. Who used the overnight to stay sharp, get their team focused and ready to go? Seems like the pack
It's so windy, the signal is capping out.
Coming to Talladega,
Crapping out.
The big ones is huge wreck. Multi-car pileups are common here. You got to avoid it if you don't win this race.
Yeah, certain parts of this race are going to have green flag pit stops. There'll probably 2 tire stops, maybe gas only. Pit road will be busy. You don't want to have contact coming in and out of your stall. You don't want to slide the tires coming on the pit road. You don't want to speed coming into that first segment. It's going to cost you to lose the draft as you exit pit road.
And guys, we're going to be bringing up a term, side drafting, pretty much this whole race. Talk us through it, guys.
So you see the air coming around the car right here off the nose of the car, going over the spoiler and all that. Now the other car comes up the side, the air gets dumped off the side onto the rear spoiler of the lead car. It slows that car down. That's what you want to do. That's a tactic that the drivers will use all day long to slow down that lead car. And as he moves forward, he'll want to jump away.
You watched it today?
It's like jumping the wake of if you're skiing in the water, you jump the wake. Watch this 20 car. Christopher Bell, he comes up the inside. Mark Truex Jr., a little side draft, then he moves away.
I don't know. It looks like to me like the weather might stay away.
Slow you down. So you want to side draft, pull the 19 back, and get away from him. Don't allow him to side draft you as a defense to that move.
Field all in line, and they will be coming to pit road. Now they can add fuel, change tires, make adjustments, whatever they need to do for this.
Checking the radar right now, seeing what it's looking like.
Described to Paul Wolf exactly what he could do behind that 4-car, how long he could push without the temperatures getting too high. It should just be right side tires for Joe Logano, Dave.
They were discussing that option, Parker, for Brad Keselowski, and crew chief Jeremy Bowen said, I want to do what keeps us up front, so I believe that'll be 2 right side tires, a piece of tape on the front as well, Marty.
When Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, nose to tail coming down pit road, going to be right side tires for both of those cars, and they're working.
We might see some rain around 2:45, 2:30.
Gain a few spots. Meanwhile, the first stall on pit road, Denny Hamlin completely missed.
Oh wait, no, that's their time though, so it might be.
His stall, Hamlin will get his service, but he was already at the back of the pack, right?
And Hamlin not as worried about this first stop of the day.
These are the people who work on the front lines.
I just don't want to see a rain-shortened Talladega race, you know?
That's why we created Verizon.
It's always just like disappointing.
Network and technology for first responders, built on America's most reliable network.
My thing is if it's gonna rain today, I want it to rain before lap 94. You know, that way it doesn't get like rain shortened.
Verizon Frontline, built right for first responders.
Get ready. It's time for
Kuwait Sports is glitching due to wind. Oh, is that another one that you watch? It's where they have to rely on the wind.
Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in.
I don't understand wind. I don't like the wind. I think wind is stupid. I don't know why it needs to exist. It only causes problems. It doesn't really help anything.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
With these quarterbacks, the only way to settle this is to air it out.
Austin Dillon and Cole Custer got 4 tires.
Football on NBC and Peacock.
The Roval as an elimination race? What could possibly go wrong? Everything. The NASCAR playoffs continue at the Roval Sunday on NBC.
Why search all over Syracuse for an all-wheel drive when your upstate Honda dealer's got the SUVs you've got to see? Honda is America's best value brand.
The wind almost took you away when you were 4? That sounds intense.
American-made brand on the road, and every day we've got more on the way.
One time when I was little, I was at this store, and like this family had their son in a shopping cart, and then when they were putting the groceries in the car, they still had him in the shopping cart, and then the wind like started to blow him away, and you could just see those like this mom and the grandma just like running towards him, being like, "Liam, no, Liam!" It was kind of funny. I hate the wind because it makes it hard to smoke. Was going to Home Depot to get mulch and tornado was near.
Brought to you by the Yellowwood brand. Proudly introduce new Yellowwood Protector stain and water repellent. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Visit gocredit1.com. Breastreet. For more information, visit breastreet.com. And by Toyota.
Well, pit road got pretty busy. Chase Elliott leaving his pit box. A lot of cars on pit road.
Oh, that's not good for Chase.
Cody Ware coming in his pit stall, almost made contact. Great call right here. I don't know. Chase Elliott just saw it, made that decision on his own. Good thing nobody was in that box. Denny Hamlin. You said some drivers might be sleeping at the start of this race. There's one of them. He slid through by a full
It was 15 miles away from where you were. Oh yeah, it'll be windy then.
Nothing to lose, right? Nothing to lose. He's in the next round of the playoffs.
Yeah, you'll get that wind.
See how far he can get in there. Let's listen to him.
You want to race here, Benny T, or what? Are you guys just don't want to race, like towards the front? Correct. Yeah, I mean, if the situation, yeah, I mean, I would.
He's the only one that gets asked that question right now because everybody else does want to race.
Well, why they ask that question is because Denny doesn't need the points, right? So are you going to go up there and help your teammates? What do you want to do? Sounds like Denny looks like he's going to the front. We'll see.
Field approaching the
All right, going back green here.
Start zone. We get back underway here at Talladega.
Damn, dude, that's some heavy winds.
Little team orders there as Harvick drops down in front of Cole Custer. Going to try to pull that inside line forward, but that outside line, all really close, bumper to bumper. Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Mark Truex Jr., they're going to have great momentum off of turn 2 if this inside line can't organize.
You see right there, Brad got separated from that the lead 2, so that's going to take that energy away from him. They start catching him from behind.
Look how quickly Kurt Busch said, nah, don't need you anymore there, Martin. I'm going to come down to this low line and see what it will do.
Now here comes the help. Back to Martin Truex from Brad.
Brad on that inside left corner. Hard to push there without getting that 19 car upset.
And that situation that Martin was in right there, when your car gets so slow, it feels like the brakes are on, and then that 2 gets in behind you, and it's like you shifted gears, and it just takes off. Unbelievable how much faster it is with that 2 car pushing you.
And if you're pushing, you can drive up there and hit that car as hard as you want. That typically doesn't do a good job of pushing both cars forward. But if you come up really quick on that car, that lead car, and you come off the gas a little bit and slow down your car, just kind of connect the 2 cars, then throttle up. You really
can't watch Abu Dhabi Sports since wind, and now I have to watch a Kuwait basketball team in a tournament.
Certainly that tandem drafting can work, but
you don't have to watch it.
You would see cars tandem draft.
You can decide not to watch it.
6-gallon radiators back then, radiators much smaller these days, the cooling capacity not nearly there, but if your car is set up for it, you can do it about a lap and a half, kind of give your guy in front of you a shot out. And late in the race, that's especially when we might see it, but tandem drafting certainly playing a factor early here at Talladega.
Man, there's so many moves happening between the inside and the middle and the outside line. Mark Truex Jr. jumps in front of his teammates. A lot of these moves are
Curtis is leading right now.
That's in each line.
Well, that middle lane, see that 11 car, 3rd car back in the middle lane. That was Denny Hamlin. That's Denny Hamlin, remember, his crew chief.
It's the only channel not glitching badly.
And he's like, yeah, why not? And I love that move. If you want that 11 car,
it sucks you have to depend on the wind.
Hamlin is great at these racetracks. He needs to know what his car can do, what it can't do, and he needs to show the competition that my car is fast. Go with me when I make a move. I love him being in the middle of this right now.
But it's so frustrating to watch. For example,
I love Chris Bush's paint scheme today.
Get the outside line in front of Christopher Bell, only because he's a teammate in a Toyota. Whereas I would want to be in front of Brad Keselowski, get help from Brad. Brad's really good at these races, great at pushing, great at connecting the cars together, making a lot out of that push to move our cars forward, Marty.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is kind of falling to the back of this pack. Remember, he lost the draft early on, as the Sunny D onboard shows us. He's at the back of this main pack. And look, they razor bladed off a little bit of that Sunny D decal for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I'm not sure that was an advantage or not. It was not intentional, certainly, that the decal came up. But Stenhouse promises all day long to be aggressive, so that means we need to watch that loop data. Right now, 117...
Moroccan wires don't wrap around the pole, huh?
I'm sure that'll go up as the day goes on.
That outside line creates some great momentum. Guys are starting to see that. They're jumping there, trying to block it. We saw Joey Logano look like he was going to take advantage of it.
If Kyle Busch can have a good day, then I'll have a good day. He doesn't even need to win. I just want him to have a good day. I want him to be having a comfortable cushion going into the Roval. Because that can be just as chaotic. Who knows?
Kurt Busch asleep at the wheel. Kurt doesn't defend that. You got to be ready, man. If you go to the top, guys don't seem like they're willing to stay up there. They're not willing to get lulled into running that high line.
He's exposed.
And look who's already now up into the top 6. Denny Hamlin in that 11.
So it just causes issues.
Or was asked the question, do you want to race? Sure enough. He's already got a win in this round, which advances him to the round of 8. But Denny Hamlin, so good on restrictor plate races, so he wants to get up there and mix it up.
Yeah, again, I love the call. Denny Hamlin's so good at this racetrack. Daytona, he's good everywhere, but, you know, he needs to know what his car can do, what it can't do. He's learning so much more than he would be riding around the back waiting for the end of this race.
It's Kevin Harvick up front. He was below the cut line before the start of this race. Now up front, looking strong here at Talladega. Marty.
So impressive what Denny Hamlin has done. You guys mentioned it. Restarted 24th on this restart just a few laps ago. Now sitting there in the 7th position. Talking to Denny and Chris Gabehart.
Loved.
You mentioned the win at Vegas, Rick.
Oh, I didn't watch that whole video, but I did see some of it.
Gabehart told me, listen, we're worried about 2 things. 7 points, meaning they want to win some more stages and get more playoff points, and getting some experience and helping our teammates. So right now, Denny trying to get to the front, Dave, and get another playoff point here in the playoffs.
So that point about helping the teammates, that's interesting for the 20 of Christopher Bell, because they are the Toyota in the playoffs that needs the most help. We talked recently about Martin Truex Jr. falling back to try to help Christopher. Christopher's team and crew chief Adam Stevens knows that it's not all about them today, although they do expect that there is an opportunity to help them. Coach Gibbs, that was from Adam Stevens, expects us to work together, but there's no mandate to push the 20. There's no mandate not to pass the 20. We'll see if Hamlin and Truex can help their teammates somehow move forward by racing.
Yeah, it looks like Bell, if he wants to move on, he's got to win. He's got to either win this week or next week. And he did win the Daytona road course. So, who knows? Maybe he can win the Charlotte road course.
Welcome to the Jenny 500, folks. We have a strong lineup today. Starting in row number 1 with
Said that the double yellow line screwed up many races. Oh, yeah, it did.
Next is Sushi, who's been on a bit of a roll of late. And finally, we have Cheeseburger.
A rare choice for Jenny.
All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order. Wow, tacos with the upset.
No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door.
DoorDash, get more to your door.
to try it first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't become the official partner of MLB
Remember
NASCAR.
last year's Dega race? Denny won it and got booed after he did burnouts. Yeah, that was stupid.
Offers relief when you're training to win. Blue Emu Super Strike. It works fast.
I think they just need to fucking get rid of the yellow line rule. After all these years, the fact that they still have it around is dumb.
Wait, is that a baby on the field?
It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we could all use more ways to save.
Are you kidding me?
That's going to be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're going to need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
The legendary playoffs return to Fort Worth. 17 years of NASCAR showdowns have delivered side-by-side duels, championship slugfests, Texas heartbreak, and championship 4 tickets punched. Experience the next legendary playoff showdown, the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 500, Sunday, October 17th. Tickets at TexasMotorspeedway.com.
I just think they need to get rid of the yellow line rule. Like, I feel like if you pass under the yellow line, it just shouldn't matter, you know?
For a faster everything. Can your internet do that? We'll take a look at today's Xfinity fastest lap. It comes into play.
If today's race comes down to a yellow line issue, I'm going to be pissed.
At the Roval, and right now, the Xfinity fastest lap is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Average speed around this 2.66-mile super speedway at just over 197 miles an hour.
For the Michael McDowell fans, if you caught it, the field had caught him to put him a lap down. Slow pit stop, fixing some damage, made him lose the draft, and now a lap down to the field.
Brad Keselowski's leading right now. He's my pick to win today.
Sunny D, a shot of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. A lot of times we see the eyes go up to the mirror, almost more than they're looking out the windshield here.
Yell about it on TikTok and Twitter? Nah. That's not going to change anything.
Heartbeat as we get closer to this stage in. Things are going to get wild.
Denny Hamlin up front, and now Keselowski with a charge, with Buescher behind him. Parker.
Well, guys, we see all these teammates working together. We see these manufacturers working together. And, Dale, you're looking for maybe someone who's going to be looking out for just themselves. Well, then look no further than that one car of Kurt Busch. Think about this. The end of this year, he's going to 2311.
It's Larson every week, you think?
Ganassi is being acquired by Trackhouse. Their affiliations are not really as abundant as some of these other organizations. And they told me we can be looking out for ourselves. Look how he got to the lead earlier. He used a Toyota to get there and got in front of a bunch of Fords. If you want a driver that maybe is just looking out for themselves, I think that one car could be a good bet today.
And now all timing, too. Parker, as you mentioned, get there to the front. He was able to get to the front earlier in this race, but with 19 laps to go in stage 1, you have to time it out. You have to be in the right line. You got to be in the right position. Jump in front of the right car to get you to the front, which we've seen Denny Hamlin do.
Alex Bowman hung up in that third groove. You have to wonder whether they chose to get out of this mess. They think it's getting a little bit too hairy. He's obviously right now 40 points below the cut line. Maybe choosing to not race for playoff points in this first stage.
William Byron, he jumped up to the outside lane, 3 wide. You can see, look at the line starting on that outside lane.
Blaney gets shuffled out.
I sense
Byron
tension
in
coming.
Front of that third line. And Blaney with a big run now. Let's see if he takes it and goes by the 4. No, he'll come right up to the bumper of the 4 and move that Ford line a little bit further forward.
Right behind that bright yellow 12-car Blaney is Justin Haley. Won a lot of races at Daytona, Talladega, and Xfinity Series. Getting a shot today in this Collet car. He's going to drive this car full-time next year. Jumped up to the outside line.
McDowell crew says 47 hit them, and they said bring the car down. McDowell's crew said they couldn't fix it, so is he out?
It's new to this team, but it's got a good heritage on these super speedway tracks.
Michael McDowell's a lap down in 39.
I can tell you Alex Bowman did not intentionally fall back, and you can see him trying to storm back up through the middle there, trying to get that ally purple number 48 back up into the top 10. Talking to the team this morning, Greg Ives.
I love how it hasn't been like single file freight training all day. This race has actually been competitive, and I appreciate that.
We have to have stage 1, stage 1, stage 2, and put ourselves in a better position going to the Roval next week. So Bowman, who a moment ago had lost his draft, has now caught back up by going to the middle.
And in two laps, he went from minus 41 to the cut line to minus 12 that time by the start-finish line. All these drivers have so much at stake as they move
still running, yeah,
and backward through this field. The intensity inside the helmet, inside those cars is real.
A lot of pushing starting to happen. Saw that outside lane. Saw Logano's car wiggle really big down the back stretch. As we get closer to this stage in, you're going to see more and more pushing.
Chris Buescher in the 17 and Brad Keselowski in the 2. Ford pushing forward, and Brad Keselowski will be with Roush Fenway Racing next year as a driver owner. Parker.
Appreciate everybody who's been in the stream today. 13 people watching right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for caring.
By design, he wanted to go up there and lead at the front of these packs. This team told me, you know,
boring isn't something I would call this race. I'm not bored right now. This is fun.
And when we just go hard, try and get stage points, and if we get wrecked in that third stage, so be it. So we are absolutely going to try and get stage points, but it's been tough for that 19 team to stay up front. He's been complaining about not having the help. Maybe the Toyota's not working together as well as they'd hoped. So that 19 trying to work his way back forward right now. Remember, came in here just 31 points above the cut line. It's going to be a tough road where they are right now.
Take a look at all the different onboards that we're able to look at.
Well, now as we all say that, they're going single file. It's literally a fucking freight train right now. Oh my God.
It's going to be late to the party, or will they continue to stay committed? You know, Denny Hamlin has nothing to lose. He'll say, hey, I'm going to stay down here if y'all want to hang out. We'll try to keep
NASCAR should make a rule about the freight train. You can only do it for 2 laps each stage.
They're going to bail on this bomb through. We're going to see the whole field running the high line here in a second.
You better find somewhere to go.
It's like going into the movie theater late. You look around, you're like, oh, these seats are terrible. Nothing available. That's what it's like when that top side forms and you're not paying attention.
And it happened quick. Now, virtually the field in line. At least the top 20 that have decided to go to the top. And here comes the 2 of Keselowski. Look at him forging. He actually used those lap-down cars to get a little bit more of a run.
And that lap traffic could change things. It could change things, create an opportunity for some of these guys to break up this outside line. Look at William Byron.
Oh yeah, Byron's trying to break up that outside line. There we go.
Are they going to go with him?
Nope. Byron is fucked. He's got to wait for Denny.
Denny Hamlin went down there with him, but nobody has anything.
Please go to side by side. I beg you. Please do side by side. Please. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Dumbass motherfuckers. This is ball to the wall.
If you've been taking COPD,
The fuck you push for more than 2 laps every 15 minutes, you get a 5-second penalty.
with Trilogy. No once daily COPD medicine.
How about they just say, if, I don't know what they would really do to make a rule about the fucking freight training. How about they just say, don't do it? They should say that in the driver's meeting. Hey, if you didn't know, we're also putting on a show for people watching on TV. And if you weren't aware, the freight train is incredibly boring, so maybe don't. They should say that in the driver's meeting. This isn't only a competition for you guys, but this is also a show for the fans. And we like our fans. So how about you don't?
Ask your doctor about Once Daily Trilogy and save at Trilogy.com.
Like my brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Everybody drop a like.
One bank platinum rewards card.
Yeah.
So you are earning 5% cashback rewards by filling up your chariot with vehicular ambrosia.
Yeah.
For your fealty, I bestow upon thee a gift.
A goat.
Your goat.
Get 5% cashback rewards. Visit GoCredit1.com.
I went over
open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me what sounds more refreshing.
Gotcha.
This one? Or this one?
Push.
Definitely the one that went bush. What beer is that?
Are you being serious?
Yes.
It's
Bush.
Right.
Push.
After the last lap at Talladega, race fans are always hungry for more. Never fear. There's a racing series featuring 200 miles per hour top speeds, 24-hour races through the dark of night, all-out runs in the rain, and surprises coming left and right. The biggest names in motorsports all battling for survival. Sports cars pushing the limits of what you believe is possible. This is IMSA. The green flag drops in Virginia on October 9th.
Make sure to download the official app of NASCAR.
Facebook has been down for 3 hours now. Wait, for real? I'm going to prove you wrong, because I guarantee it's still up.
Search NASCAR in your app store, and you download and start a free trial today.
Most of the field got single file.
I'm
right
scrolling
there.
through right now. I wonder if I can make any posts. I'm going to make a
Chasing
post.
after Keselowski. Mountain Dew is fueling outdoor enthusiasts with chances to win epic prizes this fall. New fans
Oh, you might be right, Winval. Post is taking forever to post.
The outdoor spaces they love for daily chances to win. Each action taken means more chances to win amazing prizes, including a 2022 Ford F-150.
And then it stopped. Yeah, you might be right, Winval.
Agendas, right? Single file. The Ford's up front, probably happy. But you look back here, Chase Elliott in the 9, he needs some stage points. He's trying to make something happen.
Yeah, he does. See, as they drive down in the corner, watch what happens. See, other guys now, they've all started to go to the bottom.
Remember last year during the baseball playoffs, Twitter went down for like an hour? It was just awful. Oh, apparently Instagram's down too.
Chase Elliott, he kind of was pushing this. Hey, everybody, we need to get this bottom going. Now some are bailing out.
This is so amazing to watch.
Yeah, Instagram's down.
Are in the top 10. They're like, stay in line. Don't screw this up. We're almost to the end of the stage. The guys that aren't in the top 10 that need stage points are trying to make it to the front any way possible, Dave.
The last post your mom was able to do was at 9 a.m.
The guy in the lead, Brad Keselowski, he came in on the bubble.
Yeah, I just tried to post one right now, and it like, it's just, I think it's still loading. Yeah, it's still trying to post.
Well, he's had success, obviously, at this racetrack. 3 stage wins here. No one else has won more than 1. But Keselowski knows how to lead. And interestingly, it was only a couple
rain might be around the corner soon.
I hate this blocking thing. I hate when you know, this aggressive blocking. Well, now
it says, apparently on the radar I'm looking at, it says it's raining at Talladega Superspeedway right now. Well, that's not accurate. Because it's not. Oh, wait, it might actually be. I saw a few raindrops. Motherfucker.
I like their opportunity right here. Now that that top line's gone away, they're making a little headway. Reddick up alongside.
Well, just perfect.
They're going to have great momentum down the back straightaway. Chase is trying to get to that bumper. He's connected right there. Push, push, push.
Isn't that just lovely?
Two-car season. He gets up and block. Huge momentum.
Justin Haley's in 5th. Oh, he was, but now he's not.
Recover Brad Keselowski.
And these shoves grow, these pushes and these blocks. If you're not a playoff car, you don't need stage points. You have
yeah, now he's not even in the top 20.
Clearly with 6,
yeah, I see raindrops in the lens. That's not favorable.
Too early to try to defend that outside line. He's got a great opportunity though to rebound with 8 car pushing down the front straightaway.
And remember, TJ Majors spotting now for Brad Keselowski. TJ, such success on super speedways, really sees that momentum.
I don't know what that was, Jaden.
He didn't want to be in this lane. Look at this.
They selling Facebook.
Legato pushing Busher. Busher moves into the back of him.
Like how they sold Stoyerfire.
Busher drives underneath him. Wow. Brad didn't want to be there. He got put there. Now he's got himself back in good position, but it's separated the Fords. Now you got.
I saw a few raindrops on camera lens, but apparently we're all good. So if you say we're good, then I'm good.
For me, with 6 to go, I'm going to go to the back of this pack.
It's absolutely intense. Way too intense for a guy who doesn't have anything to gain by finishing in the top 10 of the stage.
So now, as you guys know, the rule is that if we get to halfway or the end of stage 2, then the race is official. whichever comes first. In this race, lap 94, halfway, comes before the end of stage 2. So, if they do end the race like before lap 120, then stage 2 points would still be awarded for. It would be like just the whole thing. Like you get your stage 2 points and your finishing points.
But that outside line's got some momentum. Kurt Busch kind of hung in the middle with not a lot of help behind him.
Harvick clears Busch. Now can Blaney clear him? He does.
It's getting exciting right here, boy.
I think again he gets sent into that
Shit's getting
position.
real.
I want him to go there. But the pushes are getting
Oh no, there we go! Oh boy! There we go! Holy shit, Larson's involved. Holy shit. Oh boy. That ain't good. That's not good. That's not very good.
Quite a bit of damage to the right side there.
My steering wheel is about 5 o'clock.
Oh, wheel at 5 o'clock. That's upside down nearly.
And that's 77 of Justin Allgaier.
I didn't know Allgaier was in the race.
For Spire Motorsports here in the 77 this weekend. Justin Haley normally behind the wheel of this car. Allgaier in the hunt for the Xfinity Series Championship.
He said his wheel is 5 o'clock. That means that this got serious front end damage. See what happens.
Back side of your screen on the right there, the 24.
Yeah, Larson got involved. I don't know. Yeah, Allgaier's just retarded.
77 corrects that movement, and as he's continuously getting pushed, it steers him into the wall,
directly into the left front tire of Kyle Larson. That could be major damage.
Closing in on the end of stage 1.
Well, this will end stage 1.
Pain happens in many forms.
This will be the end of stage 1 here.
Blue Emo, delivering fast-acting pain relief in a cream, spray, and lidocaine in a soft foam applicator. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. Official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
At PNC Bank, we believe in the power of taking steps forward, moving ahead. Whatever the pace and whatever the size.
There was a few raindrops, but I highly doubt that was a rain crash. It's probably just like, just happened.
Personal banking, wealth, and corporate solutions that help you reach your goals and plan for the future.
It's a girl.
We're doing
Larson, Briscoe, Allgaier.
to help you get where you want to be. Because sometimes a little help is all you need. See how we can make a difference for you at PNC Bank.
I need to try it first.
We're here for the NFL's return to London. Let's go. Zach Wilson and the Jets, Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Wake up with football across the pond. You ain't never seen
Oh shit, they're doing an NFL game in London? Oh, next Sunday. That's cool.
The PGA Tour champions are at it again. With hundreds of trophies on their shelves, they compete as if they had none. So
Yeah, Larson got involved in that.
the legendary action of the PGA Tour champions, where legends play.
Apparently the 24 was involved in that, but he's fine.
Got me to switch to Aldi.
He just pushed Allgaier into the wreck.
We threw a party for the game, but then
I mean, this race only lasted an hour so far. It feels way longer than an hour.
and I'm like, well, this must have cost a ton of money.
Nope, spend hardly anything.
We couldn't have done it without Aldi.
Friends don't let friends pay too much for groceries.
Their demand to purchase a
We're gonna go back from commercial. We're just gonna see cars pulling down pit road. Like, or we're gonna see a bunch of rain.
It's easy. Create your own customized parts and accessories.
Who you bet on? Oh, I have Brad winning today.
You pay nothing until March 31st, 2022. Drop off your motorcycle, select your parts, and sign all paperwork by December 31st, 2021 to qualify. No credit check, no interest charge. Plus, we'll store your bike.
Tire for Larson is at 5 o'clock. Yeah, that's what the steering wheel is at. Which, if you don't know what that means, it's just not good.
Cup Series playoffs. Yellowwood 500 from Talladega Super Speedway. A couple cars collected in this most recent caution. One of those being the 77 of Justin Allgaier, the 5 of Kyle Larson. And that's big news for Kyle Larson, who thought he was comfortable going into the final race of the season, or at this stage.
See right there, just a little bit of pushing.
Yeah, what if Larson misses the next round?
Stay straight with that push and just couldn't keep up with it. Justin Allgaier driving that car today. Justin's a really good race.
It looks like Chris Busch is going to win stage 2 or stage 1.
You see the 14. Chase Briscoe going through, getting a lot of left front damage there. 37 car sliding through the grass. He's come down to pit road for 4 tires to clean off the grill. Ryan Priest.
And this is going to go all the way to the end of stage 1, so it will end under caution. And crazy at a track like Talladega, the communication and speed are so important for the AMR safety team. Let's hear more from one of our frontline workers at the track, thanks to Verizon.
So I'm one of the responding physicians on track, along with the AMR NASCAR safety team, working with the local track medics and firefighters. Honestly, here, speed is of the essence. We're used to in emergency medicine working in seconds and minutes, but here on track, the expectation is that we're going to be at a vehicle within 15 to 20 seconds, if not sooner, because we know that with significant injuries, especially in a motor vehicle collision, seconds count, and we want to make sure that we're there for those drivers and that we get them the care and assistance and attention they need as quickly as possible.
Dr. Ryan Stanton, all of the AMR.
So Larson's on pit road trying to get repaired.
So the sheet metal, I think, is not as big of an
But it looks like his day, maybe not his day, but his chances of winning look pretty done.
He's reaching down in there right now, probably adjusting the front toe. There you go, second wrench came out. So either an upper control arm issue or a steering issue. You guys talked about his steering wheel at 5, so definitely contact to that left front wheel, Parker.
Right, Stephen, it's been amazing to listen to this team led by Cliff Daniels and how calm they've been through this process. We always talk about championship race teams when their backs are against the wall. How do they react? This team has been super calm. He's been taking them through each and every stage of where the pace car is, and was talking exactly through when they put the tires on the last stop and on that stop, as you pointed out. They were.
I'm going pee real quick.
And trying to pull some of the sheet metal away from that left rear tire, which is cutting it down. So this is pretty amazing to watch this team trying to rally back from this issue.
So I think the repairs are possible, Rick. The biggest thing right now is just make sure you understand your crash clock and don't eliminate yourself from the race just by a simple, clerical mistake on the clock. Let's listen into the 5 team.
You got to keep me posted on the pace car. Again, let's get the tires changed that are flat. Let's get the fenders feet away from the tires, and then we're going to stay caught up.
Like Cliff Daniels just taking charge, coming up with a very specific plan. Flat tires first, then sheet metal, then mechanical. Remember, he is on the crash clock, but if he can reach minimum speed, which I assume he'll be able to do in the draft, that will help him out quite a bit. Then you just continue to work. Once you're off that clock, you can spend as much time on pit road as you'd like, continuing to repair this car. I'm confident in saying this will not be the only accident we see today. There's going to be points of anger.
So this is the final lap of stage 1.
So just to clarify, when a driver sits in his car, he's got a piece of tape on the steering wheel, puts that at 12 o'clock, and his is turned all the way to 5 o'clock. So the misalignment on the front end is that far off. So his steering wheel is almost 180 degrees off of where it's supposed to be.
Shut it off. So here you go, shut it off. It's way safer for the mechanics to work around the front of the engine without the pulleys running. They're adjusting the left front because that's where the damage was. They're confident the right front.
Turn 3, you're not going to have a
Larson's Talladega shit. Yeah, same with Daytona.
Crew chief to mechanic, how much time you have so you don't get something loose. You don't have.
The restricted plate tracks are not Larson's thing. That's just how it is.
Tie rod on the left front.
Middle of 3 and 4.
At this point, with so much toe damage, it's possible or just best to probably take that lap.
Get it buttoned up. Make sure you don't see any tire rubs anywhere else, Thomas. You got about another 10 seconds. Look at everything. Fired up, Kyle. Fired up.
Steve, what are you trying to do?
I would probably go ahead and fix it here and try not to lose a lap, only because
Can he get it fired?
this is a problem here.
Uh-oh.
That's so fine. I always hate turning a car off on pit road, fixing damage.
Or it's have a hard time getting it started, but
Well, no.
no. He's a lap down now. Larson's now 1 lap down.
Because his DVP is also running as well, sitting on pit road.
Fired up. Now he's moving.
I hate turning a race car off on pit road.
And Chris Buescher wins stage number 1.
Fired up and it will not fire. And the pit crew, the crew chief, Steve, he isn't thinking that you'll have a problem firing it up. If it takes 5 seconds longer, you're going to get lapped.
And while all that was happening, Chris Buescher just won his 3rd career stage and 2nd here at Talladega. We'll be back for pit stops for Talladega here. The end of stage 1. Eventful.
What's up, Hawaii? I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Hawaii, is that right?
Economy and
Instagram gone.
American workers in
Yeah, I saw that. Facebook's down too.
Engineering and manufacturing high-quality products
No bueno.
right here on our shores. At WeatherTech, we've been doing it for decades, building all our factories and providing great jobs right here at home. We're proud to say when you look at a WeatherTech
Twitter's still up though.
cargo line or even cup phone and ask yourself, where was it made? The answer will always be in America. WeatherTech.com.
I need to try it first.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too.
Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Oh, live coverage of an app being down.
So you know the burger had to come first. You go back hundreds of years.
Yeah, that post still ain't going up. That I tried like 15 minutes ago.
Grilled cheeseburger. So
wow, this is a good debate.
60 laps complete, 128 laps to go. That's 340.48 miles remaining here at Talladega as we take a look at the stage points, cars coming onto pit road. Parker.
High-breaking Joe Logano came in this race 6 points above the cut line, gets 9 stage points. There will be 4 Goodyear tires for the 22, Dave.
WhatsApp is down. Who cares about WhatsApp? I've never used WhatsApp in my life.
Boy, Dave, the Fords worked so well together, running the top and then moving to the bottom. They were able to get the stage win for the 17 car. Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick said his car really good. You see 4 fresh Goodyear tires going on. Ryan Blaney pretty happy as well. Under that caution, though, Blaney.
Man, so much speedy dry on the exit of pit road.
It's shaking the steering wheel. I'll have to keep our eyes on that for the rest of the race, Rick.
Harvick gains 3 spots, comes off pit road in the lead.
Some like you to think they still build the best trucks. But according to just about anybody who's handing out a trophy, Ram currently builds the best trucks. So if you're shopping for a truck today, here it is. If you're shopping in the past, well, good luck with that. Ram, the top brand in new vehicle
It's hot in here.
in the entire automotive industry.
During Ram Power Days, get $3,550 in total values, or get 0% financing for 72 months on Ram 1500.
Sam here is anxious he won't be approved for that new credit card, so he's procrastinating. Like, really procrastinating. But that changes now, because Sam looked for Karma Confidence on Credit Karma to see curated credit card offers with outstanding approval odds. So what will he use his new credit card for? Makes sense. See your offers and apply with Karma Confidence today. Credit Karma, from free credit scores to tailored card offers and everything in between. Download the app today.
Lots of expert help lined up tonight to help us get through the news.
No other people were involved.
They're now going to debate it again and vote again. We have to be very, very precise. What he did today was word perfect.
The Roval as an elimination race? What could possibly go wrong? Everything. The NASCAR playoffs continue at the Roval Sunday on NBC.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. I turned 40 in the guess. Less energy, less drive. Definitely. It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age. Happen to you guys? Yeah. So what did you do? We got Nugenix Total T. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text Force 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone.
Name change and look at your PFP. Who is this?
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too. Get your complimentary bottle of
Mustafa.
now. Text Force 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's FORCE 231-231.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Ram Trucks, the only truck brand to win Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 years in a row. Ally, do it right. And by Yellowwood brand, proudly introducing Yellowwood Protector Stain and Water Repellent.
Just stock YouTube dude with a YouTube shirt.
Had a lot of fun
It is indeed.
this weekend at their backyard bash. Fans able to experience Driver Simulator, live music, formal other games. You see Jeff Hurt, Mike Bagley there, and the stop chat with the fans.
Battle of the broadcast.
Is that what it was?
That's what that
Who
was.
won that?
Where was your big one?
Bagley does a good job at that stuff, doesn't he?
Where's your life vest?
I took it off just before I got on stage. I didn't know it was required.
Marty.
Rick, that caution worked out well for a couple of teams. Denny Hamlin, we'll start with him. He came down pit road. They went with 2 tires, and you
It is fancy. Yes, it is. It's a very nice profile picture there. Very much like it.
So a fortunate catch for the 11 team. Also, after the pit stop, Kevin Harvick gained the lead and then had a flat left rear. They think they might have knocked the valve stem out, maybe. They're trying to diagnose what exactly happened. So Harvick pitted a second time and took on 4 Goodyear tires, gave up the lead. Obviously, he'll restart in the back.
So the last time they went by start-finish line, it was Logano who was scored up front. Hamlin, Keselowski, Buescher, Blaney, all up there. But the 5 of Kyle Larson, they have been on pit road multiple times. Parker.
Right, Rick, let's update their situation here. So they were involved in that wreck with the 77. The toe got knocked out on the 5, and also there's a huge dent on the left side. The team has come in multiple times, fixed the sheet metal, and tried to fix the toe, and now their objective, right? They have to meet minimum speed to get off the damaged vehicle policy, which they've run out of time on. And so Kyle has been, the team has been talking to Kyle about what that means. They have 3 laps to meet minimum speed once we go green here to get off that DVP. If they're unable to do so, then they have to come down and they're forced out of the race. So the team is trying to talk to Kyle if he can meet it. He came on the radio and just said, I don't know if we're going to be able to accomplish it because we're going to have a tire blow here, maybe.
Well, the tire issue is...
You're honestly watching your first race, no idea what's going on, but loving it. Hey, that's all that matters, is that you're having fun, you're enjoying it. It's been a good race so far. And as long as the rain stays away, I think we're going to have a really good rest of the race.
Going the wrong direction. So the aero issue for the 5, I don't believe is as big of an issue, even as bad as it looks, as the tires themselves. I mean, the right front.
You're so happy for Brandon Brown. Me too, man. I'm happy for Brandon Brown. I just wish that race ended under green. You know, I wish we went the whole way.
You know, there's more things to get bent underneath that car than what they can fix on pit road. There's lower control arms, there's ball joints.
You know, usually I don't really care about rain-shortened races. Like, I don't care if a race gets shortened. But at Daytona and Talladega, it's like, come on. We all know that it's more exciting towards the end. So if we don't see the end of the race, it's just sad.
For Kevin Harvick popped out on that stop. Good thing they caught it before they went back green. We've seen that happen a couple of times here in the playoffs so far, guys.
Field approaching the Geico restart.
All right, here we go. Back green for stage 2.
And we'll show them the green once they get going. That's Logano first into the gas. Denny Hamlin. They both separate from the cars behind him, but here comes that.
Oh yeah, for whatever reason, some people can't post links. I don't know why.
Start to push that inside line.
Yeah, YouTube's changed a lot over the years.
Penske drivers lined up on the inside line. Logano, Keselowski, and Blaney.
That was good organization, but now they've broken away from Blaney. And now they two are separated, the 2 and the 22. But there's no speed in the outside line. Reddick's going to jump in there. He's going to take that momentum that he had catching up.
Larson with a flat and has to make minimum speed or he's DQ'd, yeah.
Off of turn 4.
JC09 has 10,000 watching on his in-car cam.
Look at the run Reddick has.
It's because he's Chase. It's Chase, baby.
Look at back from the Coca-Cola Zero Sugar camera of Joey Logano.
Yeah, what is up with Kyle Busch? I'm not particularly happy about this.
We see the 18 of Kyle Busch way out of line on that 3rd line up there through the tri-oval and into 1.
I assume he just doesn't want to play right now.
You know me as fancy YouTube PFP man. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye, friend. Thank you for joining.
And all the way at the back of all of these cars, Kyle Larson, this will be the last yellow, clear that damage.
See you in the future. Hell yeah.
Clock to disappear. Spend as much time on pit road as needed, but I think he's looking for a yellow to continue to fix this damage.
I almost feel like Steve, as soon as he meets minimum speed, he's better off just coming down pit road and going to work, even if he gets a bunch of laps down, as bad as that right front look.
And Larson right now scored a lap down in the 39th position. So that does affect the points. He's only 33 above the cut line now. We still see a big push out of the 11 of Denny Hamlin getting Reddick out front.
Reddick's had a really strong year this year. Oh, the 5 cars in the wall into turn
Oh, Larson's in the wall. Larson's in the wall. That's probably going to be a caution.
Minimum speed as that tire was blowing through the tribal. He was getting.
Yeah, it's going to be a caution. There's debris on the racetrack.
I got a tire going down, and they said, keep going. You're going to meet minimum speed, and he was able to do that.
Yeah, there's the caution.
Just came out. They can come down and work on that car now.
Okay, Steve, I have to ask, as far as rules go, it's his tire. Go ahead and lose this lap. Is the caution because of him, and does he go back on the
Larson in the wall. I think he's done. Fuck Larson. Oh, I thought you were saying fuck Larson. No, you were like fuck, comma, Larson.
Look at how bad the damage is now to the right front.
Damn, Larson.
Couldn't beat minimum speed the first lap because you have to get up to speed. There's no way these cars just all of a sudden get going fast enough. It takes 2 full laps to be able to beat that minimum speed. And Steve, you did a great job of showing how
that car is destroyed. Yeah, he's done.
Front was towed way out.
We have time to deal with this.
That tire shredded the car. It's just destroying that thing.
Because as they were making adjustment to the left side,
I wouldn't be surprised to him to just take that turn into the garage.
Here as the pack goes in, the
Be done for the day.
We're asking NASCAR right now to answer your question, Rick. If the caution was for debris, do they feel that the 5 should or shouldn't be on the damaged vehicle policy and be on that clock that you mentioned? We'll get an answer from them. Let everybody know when we come back to Talladega as repairs continue for Kyle Larson.
A lot of people think dealing with COPD is a walk in the park. If I have something to help me breathe better, everything would be fun and nice. But I still have bad days, flare-ups, which can permanently damage my lungs. My lungs need protection against flare-ups. So, it's time to get real. Because in the real world, our lungs deserve the real protection of Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and flare-up protection. It's the first and only COPD medicine.
You're angry? I don't blame you. I'm not happy about it either. I wanted to see Larson put on a show today.
For sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
For real protection, ask your doctor about Breztri.
The PGA Tour champions are at it again. With hundreds of trophies on their shelves, they compete as if they had none. So tune in every week to the legendary action of the PGA Tour champions, where legends play.
Lots of expert help lined up tonight to help us get through the news.
No other people were involved.
Oh, that's your friend's account? I didn't even know that.
Vote again. We have to be very, very precise. What he did today was word perfect.
This is how Cammy got me to switch to Aldi.
I love Aldi. But you should think it was worth it.
We threw a party for the game, but then
We ended up beating the entire neighborhood.
and I'm like, well, this must have cost a ton of money.
No, spent hardly anything.
We couldn't have done it without Aldi.
Friends don't let friends pay too much for groceries.
His most anticipated new show is here. Don't miss an all-new La Brea. It's Tuesday on NBC.
Fuck Kyle, which one?
And Steve, the most successful car this season right now, maybe a little bit of anxiety for this team.
Well, for sure. They had a flat tire. In the original accident, they went out and they did the best repairs they could. Not enough. Had another flat tire.
Larson got 2:45 left on his clock.
The second clock. That was on the first clock, was reset with you running minimum speed. Now they're on the second clock.
So they did meet minimum speed before all that. So they are just repairing it now, but honestly, I'm not sure how. I'm just not sure. And they're going another lap down here.
Steve, this is the car that we've talked about all year long. It's just easily going to go to Phoenix with a chance to win a championship. This is how things can unravel. This is how quickly things can happen. You can have a bad day here today, you go to the road next week, just don't run well. You can find yourself not advancing.
What makes people nervous, he was just riding along in the outside lane when the 77 got turned and caught him in the left front tire. So,
whatever you need here.
Right here, put your bare bond, clean it all up. Under this same yellow, we saw a lot of cars come down pit road, really mostly for gas. With 51 to go in this stage, it's going to be a big stretch for the fuel tank. I actually think we might see some cars come top off at 1 to go. So
we got 19 people in the stream right now. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Repair work taking place right now for the 5 of Kyle Larson.
A lot of people think dealing with COPD is a walk in the park. If I have something to help me breathe better, everything would be fun and nice. But I still have bad days, flare-ups, which can permanently damage my lungs. My lungs need protection against flare-ups. So, it's time to get real. Because in the real world, our lungs deserve the real protection of Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and flare-up protection. It's the first and only COPD medicine proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
For real protection, ask your doctor about Breztri.
We get out. Fired up.
Hook big ones.
We get out and rip it.
We track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
PNC Bank believes that if your phone can help
Let's go back green already.
your
Getting
bank should help you track your
antsy.
spending. Virtual Wallet is so much more than a checking account. Its low cash mode feature gives you at least 24 hours of extra time to help you avoid an overdraft fee.
6 months in the other direction.
Oh, Discord.
Virtual Wallet
Make this your computer background? Probably not.
One way we're making a difference.
The great thing about the app is
See, the thing about computer backgrounds is actually really hard to find a good one. Because most of them, like, the resolution will be shit. It looked like that picture that you sent me, like, the resolution would look awful. No, the computer background I have is the championship.
These aren't just shipments. They're promises. Promises
2019 championship.
Each with a time
This is what I got.
they've been promised to me. A promise is everything to Old Dominion because it means everything to you.
Pringles Original. Barbecue. Pizza. It's a barbecue pizza stack. Where is everyone? Pringles. Endless flavors to stack.
You got 26 people in the stream right now. I really appreciate it.
To the 2022 Daytona 500. All you have to do, visit NASCAR.com/Daytona 500 and enter the code.
Look, we're getting so many lead changes that you can't even see the, we're probably not going to be able to see all the cautions soon.
That place is awesome. But you've done it a few times in your lifetime.
I have been there a few times.
It really is pretty amazing. You're watching the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Yellowwood 500, Talladega Super Speedway. Stage 1.
Screaming in the middle of the Sunday afternoon.
10
Disco.
laps in already, 50 still to go. In Stage 2, make sure to check your fantasy lineup. Might want to pull the 5 of Larson out of it if you had him in there. He's 3 laps down right now, but still continuing.
Is that rain?
We ride along with Brad Keselowski thanks to the Ford Performance.
I don't think it's rain. Okay, that's
I'm
good.
sorry, Junior. I was going to say we still have the Fords up front, but with all those guys that came to take fuel only, it wouldn't surprise if we see some more cars come down pit road. Morty.
All right, we're getting pit stops right now.
We saw a lot of cars come down pit road. Steve, you mentioned that. They're coming to one to go here, and now everybody is going to come down pit road.
Is that rain coming down on the 09 windshield? I sure hope not.
To be able to make it all the way to the end of stage 2 here, 50 laps to go. But Steve, how about this call? The entire field coming.
Yeah, I'm fine with a rain-shortened race if Kyle Busch wins. I'm fine with that. Or Ross wins.
Same fuel window, and it usually waves off one to go because now they're all going to rejoin the racetrack and try to find a way to line up double file.
God damn, it's getting busy on pit road. Denny Hamlin just had a fuck up on pit road. Suarez is just like, I don't even know what Suarez is doing right now.
Yeah, we hope that Denny Hamlin didn't flat spot his tires there. He saw some smoke coming up as he was slamming on the brakes here.
Yeah, that was a pretty good slide right there, to be honest with you, but he should be okay. You have to wonder if this is a reaction. Obviously, you guys know they need the gas.
Rain is happening.
Because of last week. How the
Well, that's not very good.
It was such a terrible situation on fuel mileage.
We'll see if it's like enough rain, because the rain I saw on the radar didn't look like it was going to be too much, so if the track doesn't get wet, we'll be fine.
Because when your owner says, hey, were you not in Las Vegas? Just saw this a week ago. You're like, oh, yeah, well, you're right. Sorry, my mistake.
Shutting the car off, saving a little fuel there as Ricky Stenhouse look back at Sunny D camp.
Dave Moody said so. I don't trust Dave Moody.
We've talked about the anxiety and the
Dave Moody blocked me on Twitter.
As we look at the
which I'm happy he did. I'm happy Dave Moody blocked me on Twitter. Because he blocked Kamikaze Games on Twitter a long time ago. And ever since then, I wanted to be blocked by Dave Moody. And I finally did it. So, I'm happy.
Average right around 116. But if you can call this a break, I actually don't believe you can call a pit stop a break. I think these guys are working the whole time.
But you're flipping switches, saving fuel, doing all those annoying things your crew chief asked you to do. It's really used to be a nice, moment to sort of take a breath and relax and think about the race and the moves you made and the moves you made wrong and right. But now you got all kinds of things to pay attention to.
Joey Logano, he's recovered at about 110. How about that strain score, 13.6? It's like he ran the 10K already.
And he hasn't made it through halfway of this race.
And more cars coming to pit road because, as we mentioned, because the field pitted at one to go, NASCAR had to give it one more lap to get the lineup correct, which means these cars at the back, they're going to come down and get another lap of fuel. So, looks like the 21, the 16, the 7. There you go, Matty D.
Big benefactor in all of these pit stops. We had a lot of cars on pit road early in this caution. One guy that stayed out right then was Kevin Harvick. And then he pitted this when most of the cars pitted later. Remember, he got penalized. The pit stop before that, he got penalized. He was in the back of the pack. He's a driver that has to get stage points if he wants to move into the next round of playoffs.
Oh, it does look like it's raining. Yeah, it's raining.
Under this caution, Steve, he now has gotten himself back solidly into the top 8.
It's the easiest way to get track position, even in a super speedway, is to work that strategy. And on the front, we're going to see Cody Ware and Joey Logano.
And the lights are still on the pace car. So, I mean, if these guys wanted to absolutely come down pit road and take even more fuel right here, we might see some of these guys do it. Marty, what you got on the 11 car?
Hey, Dale, I know you were a little bit worried about
1 and 2 is Sprinkle. Yeah.
Those tires a little bit. Chris Gabehart trying to reassure his driver. He thinks he should be okay on this run. Listen.
All right, I did get some smoke on the left front, low on the right front too, but it was pretty low speed. I don't think it's a huge problem, but you might have a little bit of vibration. Yeah, that's small. It really doesn't matter. Sorry about that. 12's obviously been
Dave Moody's on 1 and 2.
We should have just checked you up on him.
So there you go, Jeff. Would you be worried? Denny doesn't seem very worried about that little flat spot he got coming to a stall.
No, I agree with Chris. I think it was a pretty slow speed lockup. You know what I mean? He didn't slide him very long. I don't think that's much of an issue. It is a concern. Mainly you can hurt tires coming on pit road. You know, when you're at the very beginning of pit road, going really quick, you try to get the car slowed up, you lock them up there is where you really hurt them. It's kind of hard to hurt them that late as you're sliding into the box. Somebody in the 4 car, the advantage they gained and the strategy they played, I was thinking as a driver's standpoint, he had that flat tire, and I was thinking, when he got penalized, he didn't actually get NASCAR penalized, but the valve still came off of it, and that's why he was in the back, so he wasn't actually serving a penalty earlier.
Thought we'd have more cars come to pit road. Looks like only one car on pit road currently, so.
Corey LaJoy on pit road.
Corey LaJoy back on pit road.
Oh, the rain stopped. That's good.
Saw it well.
I knew it would. I was looking at the radar and it looked like it was going to only be like a quick little thing.
Turns 1 and 2.
Well,
as large as this place is, the spotters have been talking about how the track is darkening, and I believe
that's not good.
Send the jet dryers out there and dry some of this off.
Yeah.
Turns 1
Well,
and
shit.
2, it's actually raining there. Again, we told you.
Oh yeah, it's fucked.
Facility here. 2.66 miles. You see the rain coming down on that Toyota cam for Christopher Bell. And that's in turns 1 and 2. He's just getting onto the backstretch. Surprisingly, he'll go into turn 3 and it'll almost be like the sun is out, but raining in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
Right now, we've only lost turns 1 and 2. That part of the racetrack is the darker side, or the darker tinted asphalt where it's wet. Just past start-finish line, all the way around to the exit. So far, though, the rest of the track unaffected. No rain here at the booth, right just before the start-finish line.
Steve, we were talking about this obviously because yesterday the rain came, the race was postponed. To make a race official, it's either halfway or to the end of stage 2. Does that make a race official?
Yeah, whichever's sooner. So whichever becomes earlier in the race. So here at Talladega, it's halfway. So the race today would be official at lap 94. And the interesting thing is, if that is before the end of stage 2.
Are they stopping the cars, or?
Whether again after lap 94, before lap 120, and they called the race, you still get second stage points, even though we haven't seen that checkered flag yet. So, you know, if you were say running 5th, that'd be a pretty valuable 5th place finish. You'd get stage points and the finish.
Yeah, the pace cars coming down pit road. They're gonna stop the cars.
The jet dryers to have the space they need to do the work.
What happened with Kyle Larson? He was involved in the crash. He had some damage, and then he had a flat tire or a tire go down.
The radar looking actually better than when we started the race.
So
there was a lot that was back to the southwest that looked like it was coming our direction, but that dissipated. But again, a little shower in turns 1 and 2, and so the jet.
Cody Ware is the leader right now, though.
Head out and try to get that cleaned up. The cars on pit road. Red flag will come out here momentarily at Talladega.
As a DJ, I know all about customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. How about a throwback?
Yeah, he had issues.
I'll settle for something I can dance to.
Backup car? They don't do backup cars in the race.
Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
The PGA Tour champions.
Just the edge of the storm system.
With hundreds of trophies on their shelves, they compete.
You're back. Nah, you're good.
No. So
still a noob. That's all right.
The legendary action of the PGA.
Red flag is out.
Where legends play.
Lots of expert help lined up tonight to help us get through the news.
We know other people were involved.
They're now going to debate it again and vote again. We have to be very, very precise. What he did today was word perfect.
NBC Sports Edge Plus. Home to everything fantasy, DFS, and betting. With premier tools and exclusive insights that are second to none. Get fantasy predictions, rankings, and betting trends. Plus news and analysis from our experts. Play with confidence today. Visit NBC Sports.
Well, at this point, only turns 1 and 2 are wet, so the rest of the track is still good.
We've been to the moon, through the glass ceiling, and down.
Is he still gonna be able to participate as long as he meets minimum speed? Let's go, Brandon. Brandon ain't in this race.
And still, we're not done yet. So much more to see and do.
Celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Come with us.
The WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. It takes nerves of steel and determination. The battles.
It looks like he's trying to continue, though.
This is multi-class racing. Some of the coolest, most exotic sports cars that you will see anywhere in the world. How can you not love sports car racing? IMSA season slowly coming to a close. 2 races remain. We have October 9th.
Oh, this sucks.
For a GT-only event, GT Daytona, GT Le Mans will take part there, and then we'll go to the final event of the season, the Marathon. A little bit of a 10-hour race, Petit Le Mans from Road Atlanta, where the champion will be crowned on November 13th. Good battle between Wayne Taylor's Acura and the Whelen Engineering Cadillac for the overall championship. Dave.
This at times, Steve, has seemed like a 10-hour race, but for now, we are paused as Brad Keselowski gets out, having earned some stage points. I know it's not exactly to plan because you're about to win that stage, but how's it going so far?
Yeah, good. Discount tire Ford Mustang's got a lot of speed. Fords are working together pretty well, which is super helpful. In a good spot here to keep scoring points and hopefully be in one piece.
I hope this isn't all the racing we're seeing today. I hope we see some actual.
How do we make sure we're still there?
I hope we go back green.
188 or beyond. Doing a good job. Cars in one piece. Fingers crossed we can keep it going.
Describe that shot that you got from Buscher going down the backstretch there and how tough it was to maintain the lead there.
Yeah, very tough. The cars, they want to be pushed to get that extra bit of speed, but when you get 2 or 3 of them together,
What happened? It's raining. But only in turns 1 and 2.
First car and got me crossed up a little bit. I felt lucky to save it.
So, like pit road, where everybody is right now, it's dry. It's perfect down there. The issue is turn 1 and 2.
Sounds like you got a little experience with that.
Well, I've been charged before.
Yes, I understand.
This should be it for the rain, and we'll finish today, you think?
Every time you
I hope
push,
so.
you do a little bit of damage to them.
Let me check the radar. Let me look at. Let me give a quick peek.
Some experience, but you always want to back check.
And I was wondering about the lines here today because we've seen a couple of different ones look like at different times have been working. Are you preferring top or bottom?
Yeah, the cars have a really good balance with this car, the Gen 6 car and the rules package they have, where at the front side it's about speed, front side of a run, and the back side of a run as the tires wear off and the fuel wears down, they really start to get into a handling situation. So understanding that...
No, that should be the rest of the rain until like 5,
Okay,
so that's not good either.
No charges to his fellow drivers here by Brad Keselowski for dings on the 2 so far.
Dave, I've been around you when you walked around the rental car, and no dings so far this weekend. Ryan Blaney hanging out here, and this is Talladega, right?
I'm hoping they get it dry quick.
Ryan. And we wait for the track to dry over in turns 1 and 2. So how's the race gone for you so far? How's the energy of the pack? How would you describe that?
Yeah, that's what you get when you get a 2.5-mile racetrack, right?
Yeah.
Gorgeous on one end and bad on the other, but I think the flow of the race has gone kind of normal, right? It was nice we got some stage points in our Maytag Menards Ford Mustang in stage 1. I think our cars are pretty fast. I think me and Joey and Brad and Kevin have all worked pretty well together, and I think our cars are got pace in them to where we can pull the lane pretty well. So it's just all about timing runs and things like that, and trying to keep your nose clean. So hopefully it clears up. I think it will.
Maybe they don't wreck a lot, we can squeeze it in. I want them to wreck a lot, though.
Use the word surprise, but are you impressed
We just need lights.
with how well the Fords have worked together? You guys have been pretty lockstep with each other.
I mean, I think that's what we do so well. I mean, I think all the Fords do really good at finding each other, and especially Team Penske and the 21 car, and then like I said, the other Fords, we all look for each other too, and that's what it's all about.
Hey, sorry to ask again. What happened to Kyle? Someone collided with him or hit him to someone? And who was the other? So, Justin Allgaier got loose and got into Kyle Larson. That caused Kyle Larson to get some damage. He went down pit road. He was doing his repairs. They came back out, restarted the race. He met minimum speed, and then right after he met minimum speed, he blew a tire and is in the wall. And I think they're still trying to repair it right now. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get back out there. But, I mean, they can't do any work under the red flag, so.
So just kind of reassess those and make it better.
It's a sunny halftime here.
At this point, we'll just have to wait and see.
Kind of reevaluating the first part of this race.
Right, Marty. It feels like the Team Penske mid-race update here. So let's get the third driver of that Team Penske trio, Joey Logano. What's the update? How is it up? You're the highest runner of the Team Penske car.
Like halftime, right?
Yeah.
Able to go back to the locker room and talk about what your car is doing and strategy, and you don't usually get a second to kind of regroup and see what we got and go back out on the field. So, Shell Penzo Mustang's got speed, it's fast, it handles good.
Is it stage 2? Yes, we are in stage 2.
Really well together, as well as you can possibly hope, right? I mean, there's just some runs you can't stop. Other, manufacturers and teammates will gang up, but I feel like we're all doing our part. We got good stage points there in the first stage, which is very important. Hopefully we can do that again. A lot of variables still moving around, especially up in the clouds.
Well, one thing I saw you guys do that was really cool was basically push the 4-car around the track. Do you think you could do that a whole lap?
I would if I could. I want to.
Well, guys, there you got it. He will use it if he can. We'll see.
I would if I could. So maybe that's foreshadowing as to what we might see at the end of this race. Penske has been so successful, especially here at Talladega Super Speedway. You look at some of the numbers that they have been able to put up, and 10 Cup Series wins here at Talladega all in the last 19 races, 9 wins the last 14 Talladega races, the last 4, 5, the last 7 playoff races. They have been able to get out front, but there's the numbers for these 3 drivers: Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, 6-3-2 for the 3 of them. So an impressive resume from this one organization that has had great success here, and right now, all 3 in the top 5.
Five-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow,
I just want to see some more racing, bro.
You don't want it.
I need to try it first.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
Here's a good Halloween trick. Buy a bunch of Reese's. There you go. Turn off all the lights in your house. Yeah. And then you just don't answer the door. Not sorry, Reese's.
Fuck Joe Biden. I mean, we're all allowed to have our opinions here, so.
With laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, bump step, detect liner for your bed and tailgate.
You're bored now? So am I, dude. There's nothing to do.
Because you never know when it's going to be a WeatherTech day.
I'm getting antsy. I just want to see some more racing.
Don't forget the cup phone. Order today at WeatherTech.com. Made right in America.
Welcome to the Jenny 500, folks. We have a strong lineup today. Starting at row number 1 with the Wings.
A real contender coming in with a lot of heat, Bob.
Next is Sushi, who's been on a bit of a roll of late. And finally, we have Cheeseburger.
A rare choice for Jenny.
All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order. Wow, tacos with the upset.
No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door.
DoorDash, get more to your door.
The eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series finale, October 12th from Texas Motor Speedway. Champion will be crowned. The champion, Rick, $100,000.
This would be a good time to have a PlayStation. Yes, it would, Jaden.
4 drivers with a chance to win the championship. You can watch on eNASCAR.com. October 12th, 9 p.m.
Yeah, we saw how emotional those drivers obviously the champion a year ago when he won $100,000, and quite a big deal for all of those drivers.
Are they shopping back in?
As these drivers have now been told,
hey, all right. Fuck it.
Almost dry in turns 1 and 2.
That was quick.
We'll be ready for them to fire the engines back up and get back.
That was quick.
One of the things that really helps us in situations like this is the heat in the track that the drivers and the cars have put in there in that first stage. Really accelerates. When you have a quick shower like this, that track dries really quick. They've just about got it finished over there. A little bit of water right up against the wall. Drivers, by the time they climb in, get buckled in and get off pit road and make a pace lap or two, we'll be ready to go.
Hey, all right, fuck it.
We talk a lot about how drivers and teams.
I'm down. I'm down to see some more racing right about now.
Drivers to get out and have a conversation about it. Hey, what's working for you? What's not working for you?
That was just a little halftime break there.
Can we do better, right? And this is something you don't normally get a chance to do. And this is the track where it will benefit you the most. So who took this time to do it better? We saw all the Penske guys get together and have a conversation.
Have a little pee break. Have a quick chat with your friends.
I wonder if in that conversation
And go back in and let's do it again.
Because they set him up the track a couple times. That one save on the back straightaway, once you pointed it out, Jeff, that was incredible. Usually we see cars turned right into the fence when that happens.
Honestly, I just want to see a big one today. If we can see a big one, I don't care if it downpours right after that.
The round of 12, and so playoff drivers looking for every point they can get. Logano, Keselowski, Harvick, Blaney, Elliott, and Bowman all got points.
Imagine it starts ringing again. I'll fucking shoot myself.
And as we discuss that, let's take a look at the Cup Series playoff leaderboard presented by Xfinity. Denny Hamlin with the win a week ago at Vegas. He's locked in. He's going to move on to the round of 8. Everybody else is fighting for points. And you look at a driver like Kyle Larson, who coming in was comfortably up in second as far as the point standings were concerned, but then involved in an incident. Now only 20.
Why are my dogs killing each other?
Hey! Kyle Larson is he's currently 39th in the running order in today's race. So if he can continue and make repairs, they will try to score some extra points and maybe get up there, or somebody else could falter. But let's not forget, this round ends, I was going to say a week from today, but that was yesterday.
Jaden, this would not be a good time to have a PlayStation, because if I switched over to my PlayStation, I wouldn't have even known that they were getting ready to go back.
Those playoff points, guys that did not score points.
Unless if I turned on tweet notifications.
One of them who would have loved to have been way up in the top 10 there to finish round 1. And even Chase Elliott, right now just plus 11 for the cut line. No points in that first stage, so he'll be working hard to try to remedy that.
Yeah, after that first stage, you also wonder what mindset that puts Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, like, what kind of mindset does that put them in? Are they starting to get closer and closer to, I got to win? I mean, is that, after that first stage and weather in the area here, does that create a sense of panic almost for these guys? Like, it's going to be really hard next week. We're going to need to win a race. This is our best shot.
Yeah, I think if they're sitting in the same situation, plus 30 or more behind the cut line after stage 2 in those last 30 laps, they really just got to go for it and start taking a ton of risks, put themselves in a situation where they can win. Parker.
Well, guys, as we get to talk to some of these drivers on this red flag, I just had an interesting conversation with Martin Truex Jr., obviously in a Toyota, and he said, I got shuffled out there at the end of stage 1, and the reason being, he said, no one will push a Toyota. We got no help out here. He thinks some of these teams are told not to even push Toyota. He said even when they do, they get very squirrely. He said it's been really hard to get the help. As we talk about all these manufacturers and these teams and the alliances they have and how they're working together, really frustrating being in one of those Toyotas right now. He felt getting shuffled out the end of that stage and having to really fight tooth and nail just to stay in the pack. And that is, Dales, that can be very tough. When you feel like you don't have friends, this racing can be very frustrating.
Yeah, and usually if it's like that in the first stage or the first part of the race, it continues on to the very end. And in the end is when you really, really need that help. And then you don't have the confidence to make the moves that'll win the race for you because you're not sure you're going to get that help.
Engines are fired back up. They are finishing up with the drying process in turn 1 and 2. We'll be right back for the restart here at Talladega.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
So the engines have refired, I believe.
Well, mine's always got my back.
The red flag's about to be lifted.
Okay, chill. Mine's fast faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's fast.
Only a 16-minute delay. Can't complain there.
Yep, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can the internet do that?
People everywhere living with type 2 diabetes are waking up to what's possible with Rybelsus. Rybelsus works differently than any other diabetes pill to lower blood sugar in all 3 of these ways. Increases insulin when you need it, decreases sugar, and slows food. The majority of people taking Rybelsus lowered their blood sugar and reached an A1C of less than 7. People taking Rybelsus lost up to 8 pounds. Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Wake up to what's possible with Rybelsus. You may pay as little as $10 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
About to get back underway with Stage 2 from Talladega Superspeedway, the Yellowwood 500 NASCAR Cup Series.
Pace car's rolling off.
See the pace car starting to roll now. The field will roll right along with them. Kyle Busch there.
Red flag has been lifted after an 18-minute delay. Hey, that's as good as it could have gotten there. We all got lucky. Oh, I'm going to see something real quick. Google Maps, Talladega Superspeedway.
Rick Fella, Toyota driver, but non-playoff driver. Bubba Wallace is in 17th position now. We've seen him running up front so far today. We expect to see him there again. And under this caution, a little bit of levity from his crew chief, Booty Barker.
Hey, Big Ed, sneak over there and put fuel in it. Nobody will see you. You're very inconspicuous.
Big Ed is Big Ed Watkins, the fueler. That's Booty Barker, who's been his crew chief now for Bubba Wallace for a couple of weeks. And Bubba told us this week on a Zoom call just how much
yeah, I was just checking. Turn 1 at Talladega, and I'm assuming that also means turn 3, is longer than Bristol Motor Speedway. So just Bristol alone is turn 1 at Talladega.
We're looking at a fuel situation to the end of this stage, and we expect to see some more top-offs here, guys, and you think they can make it?
Well, I think with 46 to go, coming around to 45 to go, this is inside the fuel window now. The question is, you know, who comes? We saw a couple teams hit 2 or 3 times under the last pace lap, so, you know, do they think they have enough? Is this a chance for them to leapfrog and get a little bit of track position party?
When did that caution come out, though?
Drivers before they climb back in the car, the number one thing they talked about is, what are we racing to? Is it going to be the complete race, 188 laps, or is it going to be the halfway?
Yeah, caution came out at
the end of stage 2 today.
2:18. So it's been a while since we've actually seen green flag action.
I expect the intensity to pick up. It's on a lot of drivers' minds with weather in the area.
Yeah, that caution for Larson came out at 2:18. So
aggressive on the racetrack.
Well, when I look at this radar right here, most of the real heavy weather is south of the racetrack, so I think we're going to see lap 188. But you know, the playoff drivers can't guess wrong. Now, the rest of the drivers in the field, they can ride around patiently and see these playoff guys take each other out.
And that again, the pressure, the anxiety that comes along with being a part of the playoffs right now, the 12 drivers. The one that doesn't have as much anxiety is the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He's already, with his win at Vegas a week ago, advanced to the round of 8.
Yeah, Denny is about to come to pit road, but pit road is closed right now. Made a basic move, but get back up on the racetrack before the commitment cone. So you see the commitment cone right before that little yellow pad on the asphalt. And it's like, oh, up here.
I expect pit road to be a busy place when it opens. You said it, Jeff and Junior. You know, just a week ago.
I'm wanting racing. Me too, bro.
Vegas, where a fuel window kind of derailed the efforts.
I think we all want to see a little bit of cars going in circles.
With that happening,
I definitely do.
It's a moment and a mistake you don't want to make the second week in a row.
Saw that crew tires up on the wall too. Is that something that we're talking about topping off, but somebody might throw a set of tires on here as well?
Well, so many guys are on different strategies with 2 and 4.
We may cop off again, William. It'll be really quick.
There's some radio sound like of the 24. You know, maybe drivers and crew chiefs think we could take 4 tires right here and kind of reset the day.
Steve, what concerns me about pit road is how many times have we seen this is today on pit road, and if
I've had over 1,000 total viewers in the stream. Appreciate that. Thank you guys.
Crew chiefs and spotters are going to have to be on their toes right here.
Or 1,000 playbacks. That's what.
Remember, this is rain. Well, the caution was extended because of rain, but this all started with we had a little bit of an accident at the trial oval before the end of stage 1, and then that led to Kyle Larson having a tire issue.
Four to stay together for most of the race. I think that continues until just about the end.
Already. Pace car is going to be a lonely guy here, I think, coming through the trial oval.
Cody Ware, the 51, leading the field onto pit road.
So what's up with Larson now? What's the deal here?
This should be a quick splash and goes. You see the fueler put it in there right down, and he's away, Dave.
Same thing for Brad Keselowski. Team Penske on and off of pit road with just fuel. Marty?
Yep, Kevin Harvick met with Greg Zipadelli, who's filling in for Rodney Childers this week. They made this plan to come down top off like everybody else, including Ryan Blaney. However, Denny Hamlin, the very first stall on pit road, you're going to see him come in as he tries to make his way to a stall cleanly. They're going to take on just fuel only. They had debated on tires, but fuel only for Hamlin as well.
That's interesting because Joey Logano, one of the first on pit road, his pit stalls at the front of pit road, or actually it's back of pit road, but he was
We're back underway, yep.
Out of his stall, and it was right beside the 11 of Denny Hamlin. So Denny Hamlin had to make a choice. He's either going to have to speed up a little bit.
Well, I'll consider us officially back underway until we see the green flag. Once we see the green flag, then we can consider it back underway.
Getting ready for the restart. They'll line back up again as they come back to the start-finish line and get the one to go.
Yeah, it just looked like right there that they turned the lights of the pace car off.
Yep.
Yeah. Coming off of turn 2, so a unique set of circumstances there.
That doesn't happen.
Bill's going to try to catch up here and get organized and get lined up.
So this is coming to the green.
They may have to extend this because I don't know if the drivers are capable of getting themselves in the position.
Listen to the 2 audio here.
We were leading. We'd be 1 lap short. So save us some while we're riding here.
So if we were leading, meaning if you had to run wide open all the way around the racetrack, we would be 1 lap short. So back in the pack, you don't have to run wide open. You can lift off the throttle, and the draft will help pull you up to the other cars in front of you. So just telling you, hey, man.
That's rare for them to come off pit road and immediately it's just like, hey, we're getting one to go.
A bit of the field trying to organize back there and get themselves in position.
Front row.
So there wasn't a...
I've never seen that before.
Looks like everything's going to work out, though.
Couple new guys on the front row. We don't see at the front of these cup races.
Got Corey LaJoie, Justin Haley leading right now.
Pace car will make its way onto pit road, leaving the field now in the hands of Haley and LaJoie. They make up row 1. Logano and Blaney, as well as Keselowski.
Well, here we go.
Right there in 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Back green, baby. Woo!
cars behind his teammates.
Before they join the middle there, they jump to his outside. Left him hanging all by himself. Here comes a little bit of help. Oh, he ducks to the bottom. You know, you talked about Justin Haley out front. I think they've seen him win enough Xfinity races where I think they trust him. I think that they feel like he's a good plate racer and they can trust him.
I think the trust is there, but it's the speed in that car there. Once that outside line starts to come up here, Brad's probably going to jump in front of that 17 car. I'm surprised that he's not doing that right here. He's trying to take the momentum that 17 car, Chris Buescher on the outside, has to go to the front.
He can make that move right now. He's a little worried about hanging his teammate Joey Logano out.
Even Joey doesn't take that advantage of that opportunity, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm not sure that Haley's car has quite enough pace, and that outside line is going to go right by with the help of Christopher Bell. The 20 pushes Chris Buescher clear off of turn 2. Now Christopher Bell jumps down to the inside. Sorry there, Rick.
It's Buescher that's jumped down to the inside as Bell now leading that outside line. We'll see if that keeps the momentum up and that slow line, the inside line, begins to slow as Bell, who needs as many points as he could possibly get so he doesn't have to go to the Roval in a must-win situation, trying to get out front here at Talladega. Dave?
Rick Christopher told us this week that he has a hard time getting people to go with him and follow him when he makes these moves in a very fast red and black number 20. Well, during the red flag period, I talked with Christopher. I said, "You just get shuffled out?" He goes, "No, I was making moves and no one would come with me." So now Christopher Bell leading. We'll see if the train will follow him, if they'll trust him to lead here at Talladega.
Big stack up there in that middle line. Oh, the 17 is a little upset. Chris Buescher there. All those guys are really checked up behind him. All bailing to that top line to go around.
Look how it's hurt. See that bright yellow car, of Blaney, he lost a lot of spots. But up front, the 11 of Denny Hamlin, he's picked up about 14 spots since the restart. Some going forward, some going back.
Haley's abandoned ship. Yeah, he's backed out of the top 10. I think he's in.
Toyota driver update on
Where is he at? Probably 12th.
Started this race in 12th, but all the way back to 26. Right now, he is leading, and by doing that, as you look at the left side of the screen, too, Christopher Bell, leader, that puts him above that cut line.
Now with all these drivers very close on fuel, running the top like this will allow them a little bit of time out of the gas, I would imagine. Other than Christopher Bell, everybody else probably finds a little bit of time for part throttle.
As they move up toward the wall, we want to get through the field, presented by DoorDash. We'll start with you, Dave.
And we'll go back to Christopher Bell, who told us this week when he watches video to see what to do during these races, he wants to see who won the stage or the race.
Larson's back on track.
3 or 4 laps before that. What moves did they make?
Oh, I didn't even know he was in the.
What did I do wrong? So those
How many laps down is Larson? Why did this refresh?
He feels like he's got enough knowledge to win this race, Marty.
What Rodney Childers has said, I feel like the super speedways is the strength of our program right now for Kevin Harvick and our team, and they're showing it right now. Harvick has been up front all day long, got stage points in stage 1. Remember, he came in below the.
Yeah, how far back is Larson at this point? 3 laps down. I mean, could be worse. It could be 4 laps down.
They're into the round of 8, but they want more playoff points. They've almost earned double the amount of playoff points of any team in the playoffs. Hamlin sitting right now in 3rd. And the same thing for Alex Bowman, sitting back there in 4th, in position to gain points once again. Greg, I said we have to stay aggressive all day long and get those stage points right now.
Jaden, I still haven't tried Rowdy Energy to this point. It's been around for like a year and a half, and I still haven't tried it.
Going away next year, running in the 5th place. We love to see this at Super Speedways. Who's going to be that car that maybe we don't suspect that's going to show themselves to be up front and have an opportunity to put themselves in the right position as we rumble towards that halfway point in this race that could make it.
I should have tried to get some when I went to Pocono. I could have probably gotten some then.
Organization to the bottom line, starting to make a little headway. Eric Jones dug down in front of Cole Custer, and now Cole is pushing the 43 car of Eric Jones toward the front, and all these guys on the top see it.
Get Christopher down, get him down.
Christopher Bell down in front of me. Too late, Christopher, too late. Doesn't make the move. Denny Hamlin to the front. He saw it in his mirror.
Race is going to be so boring, then the last 30 laps will be a bloodbath. Well, see, I would say that it would be boring until then, but they're also like 3 wide right now, so it's not like it's a freight train.
Watch that inside line form. You're up with the outside line. You got to wait until it gets to you. Jump down in front of it. Just like Eric Jones did, just like Denny Hamlin did. Now they're up front, controlling the bottom line. All right, now let's see if the outside line can fight back. Now that the inside line's caught them, now this outside line can side draft a little bit harder with a big push on Bell into turn 3. Bowman trying to hang on. They split the front up. So Denny Hamlin's out there all by himself.
But yeah, I say most, we might see like 1 incident, and then I say most of the crashes are saved for the end of the race.
Spot in front of him if Bell could get there, but he's not going to be able to, Marty.
Rick, what a move for Denny Hamlin. That's trust in your spotter as well. Chris Lambert and
I'm surprised how quick that delay was. That was an 18-minute delay.
And he also knew on that bottom line was Eric Jones, his former teammate. He trusts him as well. So Junior, talk about that. The trust you have to have in your spotter. When he says go low, you got to shoot down there.
Justin Haley, who restarted at the lead, is all the way back down to 21st now.
Losing a lot of track position, losing stage points. He doesn't need stage points. So he can take every risk he wants.
Little bump there out of the 4 of Kevin Harvick to get that high line moving again. You won't miss a thing. Go NASCAR nonstop.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac,
Bell almost killed the field there.
you can come to a stop with
You think?
barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA.
When the Toyotas draft together, they're deadly. I don't know. Earlier in the race, they were drafting together, and they were just like, I don't even know what the fuck they were doing. It was kind of retarded.
We get out and rip it. And we track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
That was literally the quickest rain delay I've ever seen in my entire life.
You're right. I only get extra miles.
And rain delays at Bristol only usually last like an hour. I've seen rain delays at Bristol that have lasted like 45 minutes.
Yes.
Everywhere is great, but where can we use them?
You can use them on any travel purchase, not just some travel purchases.
Venture gets a gold star.
What's in your wallet?
I could maybe eat 2 cheeseburgers and a cherry lemonade.
Oh yeah. What size? 344?
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
And if you're gonna do it wrong, do it right.
If you're gonna eat
the
dessert,
dessert.
eat
Buy the
dessert.
shoes. Besides, drink stuff off.
You have too many shoes.
I know.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's fast.
We got a link.
Yep, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity.
Yes, I knew this.
Powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
I've known about Uncle Sam, the real Uncle Sam, Samuel Wilson, for a long time. I remember in like 4th grade, I was on the computer and I was like, "Whoa, there was another Samuel Wilson." Uncle Sam is actually a real person, and his real name was Samuel Wilson.
The NASCAR playoffs continue at the Road Sunday on NBC.
With these quarterbacks, the only way to settle this is to air it out.
You know, one day, I'm probably going to become Uncle Sam.
NBC and Peacock.
Actually, maybe not.
Today's aerial coverage brought to you by
I don't know if my siblings want to have kids.
huge of a lead and a push that the 4 of Kevin Harvick got now. Which line does he decide upon? Listen in to the 4 spotter.
Here they come, half back, 2 lanes. 48's coming to you, just keep him there, keep him there. Here comes your push, 20's inside, 48's with you. You're clear, 48's not. You're clear, 48's not. You're clear, you're both clear. You're both clear. Whatever you need, 48's pushing. You got guys are clear by 2. The rest of you clear all the way to the bottom. Sean, try bringing it down. 11 pushing to 22 back. You're both are clear down. Clear down. You can block their run. He's off. You're clear low. 48's coming with. He's clear.
So we're 4 laps from halfway. At this point, we're probably going to reach it because even if we have a caution, we'll probably still get to lap 94. So we're about to be at halfway. Lap 91 now.
Giving the information to Kevin Harvick there. Big move. Back in the back by Martin Truex.
Push 47, push 48 to you.
He's going to try to get a third line going.
Still inside 11. 2 by 2, 48 half off you. All 2 by 2 out back. Still inside. Inside. And before it gets too late.
Oh shit, you posted a shit ton of links.
Is the intensity picking up because of the dark clouds that they're looking at in turns 1 and 2?
3 laps of the race will be official. These drivers now know that any movement
Bro, I hate ads.
could be the end of the race. We get
But
the
also
radar
I understand.
broken up, but it's been popping up, so I expect to see all 188 laps. But I'm not sure if all these drivers out here agree. They don't really have a choice.
I hate ads except for when they're on my videos. And then I like them.
Pop-up showers before me out of nowhere, so the drivers are kind of aware of that, shoes they're wearing that. That's why we're seeing these guys race so hard. Look at Martin Truex Jr. on the outside line. Great push from Ryan Preece.
Pretty hard push out of the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the back of the 48 of Alex Bowman. Got Bowman a little squirrely.
A little bit too big a lead here for the 20 car. Both these lines are going to come in pretty quickly. Denny's going to have to be boxed in here, committed to the back of the 20.
Heart rate 143 for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
That outside line organized pretty close. Look at Reddick in the back of the 37. That's going to send the 37 to the 19. Harvick's thinking about going up there to slow it down.
Holy shit, they're going 3 wide.
Now they all draw even. Denny's right at the back of his 20 car. He's going to push him clear. They're really impressed with that 4 car. He has a lot of speed. Look at the push on the outside line. Harvick up to block it. Oh man, that means they're going to all have to lift.
I love this racing too, Jaden. This is getting pretty badass.
And you wonder, the 37, that's what you worry about. When somebody goes up and blocks the line, the rest of these guys in the back of that line are pushing 3rd, 4th, and 5th car, don't know the block is happening. You get hard pushes that upset cars, cause crashes. Look at these 2 guys out front though. Denny Hamlin sending his teammate in that 20 car way out front.
All right, move.
A little tandem right there, something we might see a lot of later in this race. Look at that block from Harvick did, though. It completely took the energy away from that 3rd lane. They all had to lift to keep them wrecking, and then it just completely killed the speed, and now that 3rd lane is falling to the back.
Bell out front. Has help from the 11 of Hamlin.
At this point, I'm not at all worried about darkness. I'm worried about rain. Because, like, the other night at the Xfinity race, we had to worry about the darkness. But I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the rain. Like, if we see any more rain. I'm going to see what the radar looks like.
What does the temperatures do? How quickly will it cool back off to get back to the back number of that 20 car tandem again? 48, a big run on the outside. Alex Bowman being pushed by Stenhouse Jr.
We just saw Brett Dalton, the flag man, give the cross flag indicator to the field.
So we're past halfway now.
This race is official.
So if it does rain, then that sucks. Unless Kyle Busch is winning.
They're all running down this 5 car. Kyle Larson, he's going to run low. And of course, everybody off the bottom of the racetrack could upset the draft a little bit, give an advantage to one line or the other. A little bit of 3 wide there, 4 wide.
How did Kyle Busch get in the back? He's been in the back and like up front like 5 different times at this point. He's gone from last to first like so many times, or not to first, but like he's been from last to like up in the front for a while.
On that inside and second line.
On the 47, really aggressive. That's the back bumper of Alex Bowman in the 48 on the outside. He's got speed, momentum, side drafts.
I'm trying to look at the radar, but my weather app is just ridiculous.
As we look at organizations fighting for positions, you have Joe Gibbs Racing with Christopher Bell on the inside, Alex Bowman and Hendrick Motorsports on the outside. Things picking up for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as well. 155 beats per minute.
Me as well. My heart rate is going up as we show those high shots going down the backstretch. The corners aren't as bad. The cars seem low.
So it says around 5 are supposed to get some rain. Maybe this race will be over before then.
It's only going to take one little misstep to create a big accident.
Well, look at that heart rate in the middle of this pack for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 154 beats per minute. That's like you on the Stairmaster, isn't it, Steve? But Stenhouse hanging in there with a terrific run. He has been in the top 5 this entire stage, and the Sunny D onboard shows us what that view is like from the front of the pack. And remember this week, big week for Stenhouse.
Kyle crashed and his tire exploded. Win Valley, you're fucking not telling the truth.
Stenhouse would love to cap it off with a win in Talladega, his second.
2x2 for the lead and on back.
Oh no, he's talking about Larson. I thought for a second he was talking about Bush too. I was like, what?
Which one will edge out in front? Now the help coming on that outside line. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to give the 48 a shove.
Oh, look at that mess behind 3 and 4 wide. They all got stacked up.
Yeah, Larson had a whole issue earlier. He crashed, and then he got it repaired, and then right after he got it back up to minimum speed, his fucking tire blew up.
Big wiggle out of Christopher Bell.
Oh, there we go. Bowman's around. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It's a whole crash here. Fucking Bowman. Wow, Bowman's done. Oh, what the hell? He literally got out of it. How the hell did Kyle Busch get in that? What the fuck? What the fuck?
This happened. The 18, 14 points above the cutoff.
What the fuck?
19, only 2 points above the cutoff line.
Junior, you just talked about the confidence going up with the pushing. It seemed like the runs were coming and there was more contact, and then finally too much contact, and the 48 gets turned down the backstretch. Tyler Reddick involved as well.
We have seen this so many times. Somebody up front gets
How?
turned, and right there we saw it again, where the guy fighting for the lead in Alex Bowman gets turned into the wall.
Down the backstretch. They all got out of the gas because the 20 got loose on the 2.
Hey, let me see this replay.
And the 47, I mean, it's just it's the same bump that he did.
Oh, Kyle Busch did get involved. Like, barely.
It just turns the 48 into the outside wall.
He might not have damage.
The 19 doesn't look like he had contact.
Man.
Big hit for Alex Bowman. That'll put him in a huge hole.
And Ricky's thinking, man, I've been...
But he has no damage? Okay. Then I'm not really worried.
There's Truex. He was trying to get slowed down.
I thought I saw him have damage. Oh.
The 47 car.
One lap, plus one.
To the minute he made contact...
Can Kyle still erase this? I'm not sure at this point.
The right rear quarter panel just slings him off to the right. These guys have nowhere to go.
Oh yeah, it looks like he just spun, but did like... Did he hit Quinn Half, I think?
Huge point implications. Here we go right here. Look, flying along. The Zayshot camera.
Maybe has damage.
I think if Chase Elliott gets into the back of the 47 Stenhouse, down the back straightaway, and moves him forward before he gets into Alex Bowman right here. And now, I think the Stenhouse is going faster. Boom, right there, and then he hits him. So it was a combination of all of that. They were all buck drafted together. Here you go, better shot. Watch the 9-car Chase Elliott. Get to the back of Stenhouse. That moves him forward. Now here comes Stenhouse, almost to the back. Boom, another shot. And there goes the 48 of Bowman. Everybody trying to push each other because it's going to make you go faster. But just the timing of it got off. It's going a little bit quicker than Alex Bowman can handle.
They're connected on the top again. Big one. Crash behind you. Crash behind you.
Kyle Busch has some damage, but it sounds fixable.
You know, sometimes racing happens. And here at Talladega, I don't know what Stenhouse could have done different. I don't know what Alex Bowman could have done different. I don't know. Chase Elliott should have done anything different. You have to push each other. It just was bad timing.
Junior, that onboard of Chase Elliott, when
He does need a solid run.
You can see the deck lid and the tail separate. Like the yellow, there would become a black line there. But that has some big shots moving that 47 down the backstretch. But we've continued to see it all day. I think that's what you have to do. Let's take a look again here. Junior on board with the 9. And look, when he hits right above the word Sunny D, look at that. I mean, it literally flexes the tail from the thing. I mean, that is a big shot for Ricky Stenhouse. That momentum has to go somewhere.
And one of the important things for the spotter of the 9 car in that situation, Chase Elliott can't see the 48 car. He does not know how close the 47 is to the 48. He doesn't know when the 47 is going to get to the bumper, the 48. The spotter...
Man, I really thought Kyle got out of that.
If you're going to push him...
So I was just like, what?
He's a car length away. He's half a car length away. He's there. That's time for the 9 to stop pushing. They have to have that communication going on. But all the things that happened on turn 2 where the 20 got loose sort of created a gap and then a huge run that I don't think anybody was prepared for.
And then it's just proximity, right? Once you have a car spinning, especially off the front of the field, I think we should be perhaps surprised more cars got through than the ones that actually got caught up in this.
Listen in on Chase Elliott's audio.
Did I push him too hard? The 47 here? I didn't feel like I was pushing him very hard to cause that, but yeah, I felt like I was just barely kind of pushing him, and then all of a sudden he was, sideways up one ahead.
So that tells me exactly what you said, Dan. Like, so Chase is saying, I wasn't hitting him that. I wasn't worried about moving the 47. I just don't know if
Kyle honestly looks fine.
47 was coming to a car in front of him.
I want to see the other side, though.
Pushing as hard as the 47 slows down at the same time, and you kind of get that bumper.
But they're not going to show me the other side of the car.
Dave, Kyle Busch fans could see the 18 car bottom part of the replays there.
Oh, yeah. He's fine.
So Kyle got a lot of damage here on the left rear, which is where they're going to work on it. Well, as he was going back down the backstretch, he said, man, it is smoking hard in here. They said, so don't blow a tire.
Kyle Busch is +0 right now. You were right.
Left side was to make sure the crush panels aren't pushed down.
It's a 3-way tie right now.
Or be exposed to where the tire would be up in that wheel well so that you ruin the next Goodyear tires.
Now we're on the bubble. Yeah, this is not. All right, +1. +1.
Points cushion coming in here. I'll try to repair him, stay on the clock, and get it back.
Just gotta be careful here, Rick. You can't add parts back in it. So cut as much as you need, but no extra.
So the big one happens up front. Alex Bowman into the wall, collecting quite a few cars.
If we could stay on the lead lap, I feel fine. I'm going pee real quick. 7th.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Pain happens in many forms, but that doesn't scare Blue either. Delivering fast-acting pain relief in a cream, spray, and lidocaine in a soft foam applicator. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stick. Official partner of MLB and NASCAR. I need to try it first.
According to authorities, a massive sinkhole devastated several city blocks in Los Angeles. Based on the size and unknown depth, there is little hope of finding any survivors.
Kyle's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Are we a lap down at this point? At this point, we're in 33rd on the lead lap.
Can you believe it?
God, I'm getting flashbacks from last year. Exactly what is happening to me at this very moment. Flashbacks.
Testosterone levels drop as you age. Happen to you guys? Yeah. So what did you do? We got Nugenix Total T. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text Force 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary
Nugenics now. Text Force 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenics Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's FORCE 231-231.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Ford.
Wait, is Truex fine? I was kind of happy to see that Truex was like in that, but I don't remember. Did he get damaged?
And by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Irradiating the driver's terrain is close. Fuck me.
Collected his breath. He was able to evaluate what happened in that wreck with the 9 and the 48. Here's what he had to say.
I know we're all good with how he was doing it. I was good with the push from the 9. It was all working well. Just every time I got to the 48, he was like all over the place when I got to his bumper. The 9 just showed me one last time there, and it got the 48 loose.
So, Jeff, to your point a moment ago, situational is what happened right there. They know they have to push each other. They want to have that run. Just happened to put the 48 in the wall.
Yeah, it was interesting. He said the 48 was all over the place. I don't think he was talking about him as a driver. He was talking about his car. His car was unstable, moving around. And the more unstable the car is, when you push him, the easier chance it is to move him out of the way and ultimately wreck him.
Remember the 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is wearing that wearable roof band. Well, look right here, 156 beats per minute. He's going to get a run. I'm excited to see if this heart rate goes up as it all goes sideways. That's the highest we've seen really all day long. 160 right here.
He's gonna restart 32nd, but it's fine. He's been lower.
That could be straight over 11.
Has he?
Heart rate 160, Grant. Yeah,
And it went 161.
Thought he really only fell back to like the 20s.
You know that the intensity is picking up quite a bit, especially up front. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who has had great success on super speedways, a win already here at Talladega. That heart rate went up as he was getting up toward the front, challenging for the lead. We see it live. It's dropped back down to 120, 21. As we're getting ready for the restart. Dave.
A little more repair on Kyle Busch's race car. They believe they have the tire clearance on the left rear. One thing they were going to try to do the last time the 18 was down pit road was to see if it would take fuel to know if they couldn't on the next stop. They did not get a chance to do that because they didn't want to run off the clock.
See all the cars involved. Playoff drivers, Kyle Busch, Truex, Alex Bowman. One thing
My radar's being stupid, so I can't even find out.
Down, but still on the racetrack. They're able to repair that 5 car. So he's 4 laps down, and every other car that gets in an accident just helps him kind of save a few points for the day.
Pace car off the track. Now it's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the outside and Christopher Bell on the inside. They now lead the field here at Talladega. Green flag back in the air.
Kyle do the funny thing. Oh yeah, I need to do my stage 2. I need to like maybe pull someone out of my.
Always weird how it looks like 2 guys got it figured out. They're going to drive right by the field, and the other line organizes quickly in the next corner and goes by. So we're side by side down the back straightaway. 3 cars on the inside, 2 organized on the outside.
Watch this 11 car. He's trying to push. Doing a great job of pushing Christopher Bell, but watch right here. At 37, puts it right on his right rear quarter panel, pulls him right off, the 47 car rather. That's just a side draft. That side draft slowed Denny Hamlin down and pulled him off of the 20. Now they got a big run on the outside.
We'll see what Ricky Stenhouse Jr. does now that he has cleared the field. The 9 also, as well as the 2. All 3 of those cars have cleared the inside line. Will they go down in front of it?
As we watch the battling up front, the skies on up turns 1 and 2 have darkened up a little bit. The radar looks like another shower is coming at lap 105. This race would be official. You see at the top of the screen that dark cloud.
Well, this isn't good.
I don't know if they would continue and the drivers are racing like it.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. out front. Elliott running second. Here comes the.
Yeah, I'm not moving anyone out of my garage.
He's got help from Denny Hamlin.
If big ones keep happening, Kyle Busch will automatically be up front. Yeah, that's what I kind of want to hope for. Because he's like way in the back right now.
Chase into the lead. If he stays with Stenhouse, they power back on the outside. Stenhouse back up front.
Bubba Wallace trying to form a third lane.
And Denny Hamlin, when he wants to, can just shove that 20 out there.
And he's got the confidence, I think, to push the car through the corner. Not a lot of guys are doing that. Not a lot of guys have the experience. He almost turns the 20 into the outside wall. Little bobble there.
When we talked to Christopher Bell earlier this week, he said, you know, I got a text message from Denny. He said, I'm willing to help.
This is anyone's race at this point. You don't even know when it's going to end.
Christopher Bell coming in, he was at the bottom of the list, needing the most points to get out of the cellar in these playoff standings.
Just keep your eye on that.
Kyle Busch is -6 right now.
His car does not drive well with cars on the outside of him. So with Denny Hamlin pushing him, and also cars on the outside, that last 3 and 4, he drove in the corner. He did not.
This is not good.
The car watching up the racetrack. He's going to have to be able to drive that car.
Sky looks darker than the Xfinity race, yeah.
Will the 9 clear the 20? Very close to doing that.
I think this Elton 2 is going to clear the 9 car, but he's going to stay with Stenhouse in that top line.
Cell behind Tower.
Really impressed with this bottom line, doing as well as they are. They're not quite close together. Look at that outside line, all bumper to bumper. But this inside line with Denny Hamlin,
I think this is going to wreck it any minute now.
This 20 car is keeping up.
Now Wallace, that third lane on the outside, he's starting to make that work.
He sure is. That's going to slow down that middle line. That middle line is going to have side drafts on both sides of the car.
Kyle Busch now +11, so I don't know how that happened.
Do they stay in the middle? Where do these 2 and now 3 cars
What is happening? Craziness. Craziness, my friend.
Big push on the outside. Insane.
Look at the run Bubba Wallace has now on the high side. A big shove from Kurt Busch. Bell also clearing the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
Here comes Bubba. Now Kyle Busch is -2. This is just crazy. Now Kyle Busch is +0. Now he's +2.
There's Van de Benedetto, that 21 car. He's been riding around in the back all day. Now it's time to try.
I'm not really happy with the way this is going with Kyle Busch.
He's going to just block whichever line he thinks best. Whichever line has the momentum. They all have it. So what are you going to do, Kurt? Going to stay on the bottom right here.
Guys, how about the car that's leading the outside line? Martin Truex Jr. He was just involved in the accident, and he's outside on this high line, now being blocked by the one of Kurt Busch. And there once again,
there's Denny and Bell pulling away.
Surge ahead of the pack.
Man, they fucking pulled away. Kyle Busch +6, +5, +4. Yeah, points are changing so quick.
They get overran quickly by the pack when the pack catches them.
Kurt went to the top. Kevin Harvick followed him. Now he's got Stenhouse Jr. behind him pushing him.
Great racing here at Talladega. You're not going to miss a thing. We go NASCAR nonstop.
So apparently Truex is fine. They are going to wreck you, right, Jaden?
What's up, Doug? Hi, Cheryl. What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance.
Bro, commercials? Yeah, at least we got side by side though. I'd be so pissed if it wasn't side by side.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing, except buying them without Capital One Shopping.
What's that, Samuel Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes
Harvick.
and automatically applies. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I look good in miniature.
Oh,
Capital
man.
One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet? I don't say it like
They are
that.
beating and banging right now.
These are the people who work on the front lines. They need a network that's built right. That's why we created Horizon Frontline.
Kyle Busch just needs to find his way to get up to get some more points.
Built on America's most reliable network.
He's in 34th. I think it's unacceptable for right now.
And built for 5G.
78 laps left, probably not racing all of them.
Public safety.
Rip Harvick.
Frontline, built right for first responders.
This next step for me is for every kid out there with a dream. You will face challenges, but trust me.
Can they not go single file? I was really enjoying the 3 wide.
Keep pushing.
They're still 3 wide behind like third.
For the Bills.
We got 9 to go in stage 2.
With these quarterbacks, the only way to settle this is to air it out.
I kind of don't think we get past stage 2.
Bills, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
We got Bubba up in the lead now. Curtis is racing for the lead. It sucks that Curtis is eliminated.
NASCAR playoffs continue at the Roval Sunday on NBC.
Under 8 laps to go in stage 2 of the Yellowwood 500 Talladega Super Speedway. Now it's Kurt Busch and the 23 of Bubba Wallace fighting it out for the lead.
Rick, the moves are getting bolder, the intensity picking up on pit road. Why listen on the radio?
Man, Logano. Rain will be here before the end of the stage.
Now it's just 7 to go. Bubba Wallace in front of Kurt Busch.
Logano almost wrecked on the front straightaway there a few seconds ago.
Bubba's in the lead.
Separated everybody.
Fuck the rain. I agree. I want to see more racing.
16. That's out of a 1 to 21 scale. His heart rate 148. Logano, the second car on that outside line.
Kurt Busch.
47 and 24 is on the tandem.
Kurt Busch will be teammates.
2 cars clear to the top. 37 and 17 is non-existent up there right now. You're both apart. Room in front of Brad.
Racing for the win, yeah, probably.
Trying to keep this inside line going, trying to keep themselves organized.
Only 6 to go in stage 2. A little bit of movement on that outside line. Here comes the 2 of Keselowski. He's been strong all day.
The cell's on top of us.
Now they're talking rain.
Oh no. That only makes this intensity raise even more. When the driver just got told right there, this thing's going to end any second. The cell's right on top of us. This could be for the race win. Do what you got to do. Bubba Wallace.
Good rain. You're up here. A little bit of rain.
Huge block from the 23 car to the top. Covering that outside line. What does Brad Keselowski do? He's going to continue to push the 23. They're getting out pretty far. That's a pretty big lead. The 22, Logano's going to have a huge run here.
What does Bubba Wallace do now? Under 5 laps to go. Here comes the 22 of Logano.
Logano to the outside. Bubba doesn't know what to do.
Man, when's the wreck going to happen?
Some momentum here. Both lines coming back to the back bumper. The 23. Here comes Logano.
What does Bubba Wallace do right here? Is he going to make this block? He's going to stay in the bottom lane. Right now, he doesn't have to.
I'd love to see Bubba win, man.
Here comes a big push for Logano.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. The 21, the 24 is involved. Wow, there we go. That was it.
William Byron has had so much speed in these playoffs, but just things have not gone his way.
Alternator switch on.
See the flames continue to roll out from
Right front's knocked off of it, man.
Bubba might win. Oh, and Byron stopping.
window net down. See William Byron rapidly getting out of that car as the AMR safety crew immediately to it.
Yeah, I'd love to see Bubba win here.
over next week, most likely in a must-win situation.
Take a look at what happens with Ryan Preece in the 37.
Bubba might win his first race. Sure looking like it. If they're saying the rain is here, I mean...
Almost the same situation we saw in the wreck before. A big push from behind, then they get together. Right here, he gets into the back of Logano, and now he's still getting pushed for Busher, and around he goes.
So Preece just hit the wall. Is it raining now? I'm not sure.
So Busher just can't judge when to quit pushing.
They said it was, but they're showing replays right now, so I don't have... Where's KB in points? And, last I checked, it was... Or last they showed, it was +6. So, in like 8th.
Round Preece goes. Had to Benedetto in this wreck also.
21 and 24, nowhere to go at the back of the pack.
But wouldn't that also all be different based on stage points? Because, like, if the race ends, so does, like, the stage. So they get the stage points, too.
So much cleanup that's going to take place from what happened here. This stage is going to end under caution.
We got raindrops on the windshield of the booth.
Hey, folks, think about what could happen here. Bubba Wallace in front of this field. We're at a very large racetrack. We know.
Imagine it doesn't rain and we run the full race.
2 hours to dry the track if it's completely lost, and sunset is at 6:30. If all of these things happen, Bubba Wallace could get his first ever Cup Series win at Talladega.
This is the Bubba Wallace and his team that they're talking about.
Looks like it's only a little bit of rain, though.
Rain like hell, baby, come on! Come on over here, come on. Pull on and start, can't see anything, whatever you need.
Matty D crashed, yeah. That's unfortunate.
It rained in 1 and 2. Just in 1 and 2, but right now it looks like it's raining all the way around the racetrack.
Again, we mentioned at the halfway point it became official. If for some reason they weren't able to continue.
No rain, no Bubba win. Well, you might still win. Who knows? Kyle Busch is in 7th +9 right now.
The rain coming down a little bit harder. Bubba Wallace has worked his tail off to get out front of the field.
In the playoffs.
One question that I would have, if I was a playoff driver right now, this is still a target possibly to help out.
Rain, go away. I agree. I think if it stops right now, we'll be good.
Will we get the pit road before the end of the stage? How will they award these stage points to these playoff drivers if we're not able to complete the laps?
So right now the race would be official if this race did continue. So I expect the cars to come down pit road, be stopped under red condition. That is now the running order. That is how the cars are scored. And if this race is called and you're a car inside the top 10, you will receive the race points and stage 2 points. So that top 5 run for Brad Keselowski, Joe Logano, Christopher Bell in 5th, that's like a double whammy. I mean, 5th, Christopher Bell's going to get his bucket full from stage 2 without even needing to see the finish of it and get the end of the race. So this sprint,
I want Bubba to win, but I also want this race to go back green.
The intensity was picking up on the racetrack. They knew that the possibility of rain was out there. Now the field, who has been put in line based upon the loops when the caution came out, that's the way they would line them up. They will be brought down onto pit road now and stopped, and we will see how long the rain is going to be here and how long it would take to dry this racetrack to get it restarted before darkness tonight.
It's all radar. This doesn't look like a small pop-up cell. This is built into something rather large, a couple miles long.
Booty Mark, we saw Booty up there on top of the pit box, and normally he's pretty laid back. We're seeing him move forward and back a little bit, like he's a little anxious about what might happen.
No, he does hate the rain. He's saying, "Rain, man, come on! Like I hate this."
Well, what day it would be for Bubba Wallace and Booty Barker. That's Booty right there.
I don't want the rain. Me neither.
Breathe.
No stress now.
And that was Bubba. He was looking at the big screen.
When you talked about the hard work Bubba Wallace put in, that bottom was kind of moving with Christopher Bell. And
I think they're telling him right now.
You saw Kurt Busch get into it and then working that third line. Bubba Wallace then moved down to the middle. I didn't think that was where he wanted to be. obviously knew what he was doing because you see right here, rain. Come on, rain. There's a couple seconds in
So the red flag is out.
And taking this, listen, he took this ride for
Bubba is.
Michael Jordan.
Is Bubba gonna get his first win, man? I think he is. It's gonna be a rain-shortened win, but hey, it's a win nonetheless.
It's not been a smooth year. It's been up and down. There've been times where he's been frustrated with the speed. They haven't quite had some of the handling and some of the track. Always has been a very good restricted plate racer. Proved again today.
And an influential person in this sport. Bubba Wallace, an African-American driver, the last African-American driver to win a race.
Bubba's a happy man. Well, that's if he wins. It still could be restarted. I'm waiting for them to call it before I'm saying anything.
This situation he's in right now.
I feel like they'll call it. I feel like they're going to call it any minute.
Okay, can they get started again? You want to believe they can, right? But until you hear them say it, you don't believe it. And you're hoping it rains. Just keep raining, man. Just keep raining. Don't give them a chance to drive this racetrack. And it's a nervous time.
We've seen Bubba Wallace
Yeah, Kyle Busch +9, but that's also before the stage points, so who knows? It's literally not raining yet. It looks like it stopped.
Think about the winners in this, this weekend. Truck Series race, Xfinity race, first timers, Brandon Brown, Tate Fogelman, and
Yeah, could this be a weekend of first-time winners?
Cup Series. I mean, this racetrack.
Has that ever happened? Where there's a 3-race weekend, all first-time winners?
Cinderella stories. And amazing first-time winners.
Bubba Wallace a couple years ago finished second in the Daytona.
The sun's out. We can get this in. I agree.
For the media to talk to him in the media center.
No, it looks like it's raining again.
His mother was in there. His family was in there. And he knew that was almost a win for him. At the time, the organization he was running for, he thought this is an incredible finish. I can't imagine what the emotions.
What stage points though? I think he's 27th.
If this race becomes official, and Bubba Wallace gets his.
When was the last Cup rain-shortened race win? Let me think. It wasn't this year, was it? No, it wasn't this year. Oh, no, yeah, it was this year. It was Chase Elliott at the Circuit of the Americas.
When you're in this situation, man, what if it rains? We get the win. I've been in that situation where they drive the track, you go back racing.
Is he 27th? No, he won't get stage points. But you got to remember that because this is before stage 2, but after halfway, if this gets called, you get both the stage points and the points for the race. So, like, you'll get. So, like, that might just change how, like, everything happens.
I want it to rain. I want that to happen, but as far as it being official, I'm not going to talk about it. We still got a lot of laps left. So
Kyle Busch is +9, but like let's. I don't know how everything's gonna run right now.
We've been a decent plate racer, and I told my team I want to be one of those good plate racers this go around, and Freddie did a hell of a job up on the roofs to get us this far. Appreciate Brad there pushing us. Me and Ryan played ping pong with Joey and Tom, his dad, last night, and they beat us, and so I owe them some money if we do win.
So how are the nerves right now? Are you calm inside?
Yeah, no, it takes a lot for me to get excited, so I'm good.
Bubba Wallace saying it takes
I still remember Winval the original Winval getting pissed due to Landon pitting one lap before rain. When did that happen?
Marty, and I can promise you, once they give you that trophy, it's yours. It doesn't matter if it rains or not. It's yours. You're the winner. So, yeah, it is a nerve-wracking time.
I love his approach, though. He's going to race until they tell him it's over. He's not ready to, he would love to win this race, but he's going to go talk to Denny Hamlin. They're going to continue to see if this thing restarts, what we have to do.
I don't think this thing's restarting.
Continue to keep battling. So right here is a great replay. You see the wreck behind the 23 of Bubba Wallace.
We probably could get it dry, but it's just like, can we get it dry before sunset?
Yesterday, so this is to the loop.
Honestly, yeah, I think we can. If the rain were to stop right now, we probably could.
By lead lap cars under green. That's where the cars will be scored. And I think it's pretty clear that Bubba Wallace was far ahead. Chase Elliott, he's like, I'm going to get to congratulate him early because I think I look at the sky and it's pouring down rain at a place that's 2.66 miles around. It's taken multiple hours to dry it in the past. And here we are closing in on 3 o'clock local time.
Yeah. We know sunset here is 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. We have 3.5 hours till sunset. Yeah, let's fucking dry it. If it stops raining within like the next 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, we can still get it dry.
A year ago, when the entire garage.
Because I was thinking it was 6:30 our time, but I remember it's 6:30 their time is sunset. So
They pushed his car to the front.
we could get it dry probably by like 5. And then it'll probably only take like an hour if there's not like a million crashes. And then if it does have to get dark, then fuck it, we can still at least see more racing. But that's only if it stops raining soon.
Surround him and support him. The King was there with him. Richard Petty. And now Bubba Wallace is waiting. Potential for his first ever win. Right now in the hands of the weather.
Alabama native. I mean, if you're going to win, why not win it?
Oh, I thought that was Curtis who pitted one lap before the rain.
It's just so tough. The sport, Junior, Jeff, you guys both know. I mean, it's so hard to win races.
During the Daytona 2019.
And it's so up and down, right? There's way more downs than up. I mean, a lot more losses than
This
wins,
dog.
regardless of how good your season is. Oh, yeah. I mean, you take them however you can get them. What, you know.
Sheena.
I think if Bubba is declared the winner, I think you look back at those last several laps, that he, you know, all the work he did to get himself in that position, and you'd be proud of that. Man, I worked hard. I made these right moves. When the rains came, I was the one leading the race. Whether it's fuel mileage, hey, we did the work. We put the work in to put ourselves in position to win that race, however it happens.
I wish Michael Jordan was here.
The trophy matters just as much as any other, especially your first win.
Especially Junior in this situation.
He did too. Landon and Curtis pit together. I didn't even know Landon pit.
Bill was talking about it. This, you know, we gotta go. It's gonna rain. It's right on top of us, and so everybody had to make a move. They all knew they were potentially racing to the end. It wasn't like Bubba was out there and all of a sudden it started raining. They all knew it was coming, and they all started building a strategy on how to get to the front.
I was just hoping we would see a huger crash before.
We showed that we all stand with Bubba, or I stand with Bubba in the grass. That was,
well,
it was a garage pole that was tied in such a manner.
Is it still raining right now?
It
It looks like a little bit, but oh yeah, it is.
Was rallying around Bubba.
Like I said, if it stops raining within the next like 10 or 20 minutes, we probably could still get it
The
in.
entire field is rallying around Bubba here for potentially his first win.
Well, it reminded me, I was thinking his Toyota teammate standing behind him, and then it you know, landed. Well, it's also his car. Danny Hamlin has an opportunity to go.
Well, I think they are just going to call it.
You know, this is takes a big gamble. I don't care if Michael Jordan is your team partner or your co-owner. A huge gamble to start a race team. Danny Hamlin has taken that gambled on Bubba Wallace. This would be a big day for both Bubba Wallace, Danny Hamlin, 23-11 race.
And they carry a lot of momentum into the offseason, in addition to Kurt Busch to that team next year, and they're building a program that they want to be proud of. And to lead this season as winners, it'd be a massive difference in the organization, just the whole temperature and the culture in the garage.
And the other thing that comes into play, this was a one-car team this year. It's going to be a two-car team next year. When everyone was asking them, what are your goals for this year? Well, Michael Jordan immediately said, well, I want to win. You know, we want to be a team that can win. And Denny stepped back and said, you know what, we want to improve week to week to week. And I think we've seen Bubba Wallace especially improve on the super speedways. He's already finished second at a super speedway earlier this year. Now the possibility exists as he's holding the umbrella for Denny that he could get his first win.
Come on, Dan, one brought back.
Could get a win.
Tell you what Bubba Wallace doesn't want to see right now.
Ah! That's a lot of rain. The track is very wet.
NASCAR's going to try everything they can to get this race in. It's still raining right now, though. I don't know that you can't run these races.
I wish this track had lights.
They are positioned, ready to roll.
Yeah, it's a situation just like yesterday where they had to call the race. It felt super early to have to make that call, but they just didn't have enough time.
They're drying it.
To complete the entire race.
Oh no, they're just getting the Air Titans lined up to start drying it.
How much time they have. know when they need to get this track dry, need to get it started to be able to finish their event.
The heaviest rain right now is on the south side of the track, which is in turns 1 and 2.
Don't go to commercial.
Rain there. We're under a red flag condition. Bubba Wallace out front here at Talladega.
Talladega definitely needs lights. Well, I'm not sure how comfortable I am with Kyle Busch +9, maybe less going into the Roval.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. It doesn't have this yellow.
Hey, I think as long as he has a good day, though, he'll be fine. Like, he doesn't even need to win.
I need to try it first.
Yeah. The power grid at Talladega can't handle lights at the track. That's such a bullshit excuse. Like, it really is. It's like, make it work. Fucking make it work.
Is it too early to start celebrating Halloween?
Well, no, think about this. In 2007, Kansas race was called Due to Darkness. 2011, they built lights. In 2015, the Martinsville race was almost called Due to Darkness. 2017, lights. Talladega 2021, hey, maybe we can get lights. Because the Xfinity race is called Due to Darkness. Twitter's probably having a field day right now. That's why I'm not on Twitter right now.
Is already more than most can handle. But the Roval during the playoffs,
I don't even want to look at Twitter right now.
hell, it's enough to make you wonder what could possibly go wrong. Everything. Break that news. The NASCAR playoffs continue at the Roval Sunday on NBC.
The rain still coming down here at Talladega, Alabama. And Talladega Super Speedway under a red flag condition. The cars have all been brought down to pit road. We looked at what happened with Alex Bowman here earlier in the race. Look how close the 23 is to this right there. He's able to clear the back bumper of the 48. He goes through unscathed, and now he sits in front of the field here at Talladega waiting out the rain. And just moments ago, Parker caught up with Alex Bowman.
Alex Bowman was at the front of the field when he was turned by the 47 Ricky Stenhouse. What did you feel inside the car? Was the bump just too aggressive there?
Yeah, it just dumped over on the left rear and turned us around real bad. So, bummer for the Ally 48 team. Obviously, had a fast car. We were leading there. And that's just super speedway racing, the box that we're put in by these racetracks. So, you'll have that. Bummed to have a torn up race car, but move on, go try to win the Roval.
You're in a must-win position now to be able to advance in the playoffs. What kind of, does that alleviate some pressure, make it simple? You got to go out there and win, and you think you can get it done?
I feel like, we were pretty buried anyway, and everybody's going to run pretty good. So it was a must-run really well situation anyway. So it doesn't really change much. We go every week to win, so we'll go do our best to make that happen.
Obviously, I was going disappointed getting wrecked here at Talladega.
We're going to take a look at the Cup playoff standings presented by Xfinity, and you hear the cars roaring around the racetrack during that interview. I've had to give a few of those. There's no more disappointment in a driver when you're standing there and you hear the rest of the field continue the race. That is...
It stopped raining. And fucking dry it!
Equally brutal, 51 points below the cut line right now for Alex Bowman. Byron also below the cut line by 43 points. And let's hear from Byron. Parker's with him.
William Byron released from the infield care center here at Talladega, involved in that wreck with the 37 Ryan Preece. He was coming down the track. You just have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I don't know. He was just
coming down the track, and I was kind of trying to run a third lane and just part of Talladega. So go to the Roval and try to win that one and advance it that way.
You also had your teammate Alex Bowman, who got knocked out there into turn 3. You're both now basically in a must-win position. How do you tackle next week? How do you go into that mentally?
Just like we did at Bristol, I think try to do the best we can. We tried to win last week and it didn't work out, and tried to win today, it didn't work out. But yeah, we'll approach it like we do every week. And thanks to Exalta, Chevrolet, everybody back at the shop. You know, we'll have a really fast car for the Roval, so just got to go perform there.
William Byron, a must-win position for the Roval.
Maybe some nervous energy being expended by Bubba Wallace. With the rain still coming down.
Such a huge deal to win a cup race. It's so hard. Bubba Wallace has been under the microscope. You mentioned it earlier. You know, some pretty unrealistic expectations put on this team at the beginning of the year. You know, we're going to go win, right? And Denny Hamlin kept trying to calm everybody down. Look, we got to learn. We got to get better throughout the year. But a lot of expectations put on this team and this driver.
And Boone Barker, that crew chief we see right there on top of the pit box, gets added as a crew chief to this team. Within the organization, who moved to crew chief position. Used to crew chief in the garage before, has had a lot of great success.
Yeah, I think this is it too.
Very well liked, very well respected. And I think that he's still got a little bit left. I think that his position now as a crew
I appreciate
chief
that they're waiting though, and not just immediately calling it.
the performance of that car going forward. He worked real hard on the details.
Top off the speedway, David, right there. Let his feet there. Come on, man.
We'll be right back with more Talladega.
We got 30 people in here right now. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I was just wanting to see a full race today. Still down? Facebook is still down? Alright, that's crazy when they're down for hours like that. When we get back from this break, I bet they'll call it. Yeah, me too. I just don't want them to call it during the break. That would suck. I don't want to see the live reaction.
Football game can really bring out the parent in them. It's smart if we park near the exit. There you go. That way, let's put away the parking talk maybe for a minute. Parking is where money is, though. Even if this place pulls in on parking alone. All right, no more talking about parking lots. A lot of these are compact spots. It's not great.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
We still planning to head out around the third quarter? Let's not talk about leaving before we're actually at the game.
So you went to Mickey D's and didn't either. Man, that's wrong. What? You're all right.
Get two of your faves for just $6, like 2 quarter pounders. Only at McDonald's.
This place can chew you up and spit you out in a hurry.
Everybody's 4 or 5 wide. You know something crazy's going to happen. That was probably the longest flip I've ever had. Didn't know if it ever stopped.
Logano is upside down. He'll slam back into the racetrack. Edwards goes up in the air. Nearly half the field eaten alive.
So much craziness at this racetrack, and we're able to get the track dry. And the cars back out there. There are still 71 laps remaining in this race. The Yellowwood 500 from Talladega Super Speedway. But right now, the jet dryers, airtight, still waiting. Corey LaJoie is already in his street clothes. He's
Facebook is gone. That's funny.
Corey LaJoie figures if they choose to dry it, he's going to have at least a couple hours to get his suit back on. So, Marty.
Kind of cool down here, Rick. It is number one. Still
That's kind of
raining.
funny if
Fans
Facebook is
who are
down.
in the stands have been cheering Bubba. He's been sitting there listening to their cheers as well. He and Denny Hamlin looked at a radar for a moment, and now they're kind of sitting or standing about 6-8 feet apart. Bubba with a little bit of nervous energy. You saw him go talk to Kip Childress in the pace car a moment ago.
Some people are saying Twitter is down, but I don't know.
It's neat to see these Talladega fans cheering on Bubba. In fact,
Is this the day that the internet gets hacked?
Bubba, let it rain, let it rain. He said, trust me, I'm praying for the same thing, my friend.
It's over 57 years since an African American has won in NASCAR at the highest level. Wendell Scott did it back in 1963. The Scott family has been very supportive of Bubba throughout his entire career.
Yeah, Twitter isn't down.
Anything but smooth. I don't think any Talladega race is completely smooth. It started with this big accident on the backstretch. Bowman turned in the outside.
If NASCAR really tries to, we can finish this race. I think so too. I don't think they... Well, at this point, I think they will try to. At this point, I think they are trying to. Because, like, for the first 10, 15 minutes, I was like, I think they're just waiting for it to just keep raining. But now I think they're waiting for it to stop. Because we started the Xfinity race at 4:30 the other day.
Rain was going to come even before the end of the stage.
Checking back on the Booty Barker story, crew chief for Bubba Wallace.
I'm thinking if we can get it started by 4:30, 4:45 Central Time, so that's 5:45 our time, then I think we'll be good.
Of the road crew here. Mike Wheeler was the crew chief. Well, he's in charge of a lot of things at 2311 Racing, and they wanted him to move fully into the competition director position.
Because it's 3:09 Central right now.
Next year.
Sunset is at 6:30.
And when we talked to Bubba about Booty Barker and Mike working together, he said, I think it's the best of their personalities and skills. Mike is very buttoned up and works very hard at the specifics and details of the place. Booty is a guy who lights up every room he comes into, and he keeps me calm. We've known Bubba is a very...
Yeah, they should drive the parts with no rain right now.
We'll even have even more fun if he's declared the winner. Booty Barker helps keep that mood right for this driver.
Yeah, Dave, in that conversation, it was really interesting how Bubba said that the personality match helped him. That he just wants to go and have fun, right? Go to the race and just have fun. Doesn't always want to be in a strategic meeting. Doesn't want to make it, about processes. He wants to go and just drive the race car, and he feels like Booty allows him to do that. Just puts him in a little better place. Thanks are both.
The thing is, they still gotta drive pit road though too.
Can do what they need to do. It feels like Wheels will do a great job getting the team ready for next year.
But I would also love to see Bubba win. So it's like so mixed right now. Oh, the Air Titans are starting.
They've fired up. They're rolling. That means the rain has stopped enough that they want to try to get this track dry.
I appreciate that move too.
The meat of the rain, the heart of the rain.
And fuck, you don't even need to dry all that inside part. Just fucking.
They might not have to go the entire length of this 2.66 mile racetrack to get it completely dry, but they do have to focus a lot in turns 1 and 2 from the tri-oval all the way through 1 and 2. There is a lot of precipitation on this track, so we'll see how the progress goes here. And again, the radar, the cell that popped up and hit the track, it's on the south side of this track. There it is again. The possibility exists of more rain. It could be coming, but right now it's lightened up enough that they have put the jet dryers and Air Titans.
They're drying it, yeah.
So they're going to work to see if they can get the track dry.
Pit road is slight work, yeah, it really is. Just put like 3 of them down there. I'm going pee. They get that dry in like 10 minutes after a rain delay. Less.
Oh, hey, Pat.
Toyota, let's go places. Try it first. Blue Emu Super Strength Original Formula is now available in 3 convenient sizes. Whether you need relief at home, in your gym bag, or on the go. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stick. an official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
Welcome to the Jenny 500, folks. We have a strong lineup today. Starting at row number 1 with the Wings.
A real contender coming in with a lot of heat, Bob.
Next is Sushi, who's been on a bit of a roll of late. And finally, we have Cheeseburger.
A rare choice for Jenny.
All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order. Wow, tacos with the upset.
No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door.
DoorDash, get more to your door.
NASCAR needs like 50 Air Titans just to dry the track in 5 minutes.
Speedway, there were 3 laps to go in stage 2. There's still 7.
What if they had like, no, they probably have at least 50, right?
And you see the Air Titans working diligently to try to get the track dry once again. The race is going to be against potential future rain as well as darkness, which is an issue here at Talladega. Sunset around 6:30. Currently, it is coming up on 3:15 local time. It takes, if the entire track needed to be dry, it takes about 2 hours, maybe a little over 2 hours to dry this track. The one thing that might speed this process up a little bit is that it's so big, it didn't rain over the entire track, at least as hard as it did in turns 1 and 2. I'm standing by with Joey Logano, who's currently 3rd.
Man.
That's right, Rick. If it,
I just really wanted to fucking go back green.
What was the energy like there in the back?
The Air Titans are out, Kenneth. That is true. And they are trying to dry it.
And there's weather in the area. You might as well call it 5 to go in the race because it just got intense. A lot of pushing and shoving. My spotter's yelling. There's 5 or 6 cars all locked on bumpers in front of me. This is a bad spot to be. I was not in the right spot and was able to move up.
Just go to Daytona and finish the race. Imagine they did that. Imagine they went to Daytona and just finished the last 71 laps.
Had Brian Priest behind me, so the Silver City crew from Quarter Midget days back together. That was pretty neat, and was able to get towards the front and thought we had.
Bubba wins, not yet.
So we'll see what ends up happening here. I thought it rained enough that they would pull a plug on this thing, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, as you can see, we're standing here without umbrellas now. What do you make of the 20 and the 11 almost being able to pull off that old tandem push? Were you seeing that too, and were you able to do the same things to the Mustang?
I could see it. At the moment, I was a little too far back. It just made me nervous where I was. Usually, if that happens too much...
McDonald's car hasn't won a cup race since Jimmy Spencer in 1994. Yeah, because all McMurray's wins were not with McDonald's. They were like with other sponsors. I think it was like Bass Pro Shops or Cessna.
Disciplined by pushing the 20, trying to get in for points. So kind of obviously see what was going on there. We all had to do what we had to do to try to get to the lead and just as importantly as one of us winning, sometimes make sure someone else doesn't win is a big piece as well.
And if you finish 3rd, what will that mean for your team, Joey?
I don't know where that puts us in points. I actually think we're 2nd.
I'm looking at my monitor. Yeah,
I know your monitor says it, but I think it's going to change that before we get to pit road. But we'll see. I think it gives a ton of points either way, whether it's 3rd or we're 2nd. A lot of points in the next week. I don't know where that puts us over the cut line, but that would be mission accomplished.
Logano's happy. I mean,
always good, guys.
He's not like.
Ryan Priest here outside the infield care center.
I want this race to get restarted so Kyle Busch can maybe gain some more points.
Looks like the intensity was picking up. You're about the 2nd car in the top lane. What happened there when you got charged?
We were trying to pull the razzle dazzle and it didn't quite work out, did it? But that's what you're going to end up with this type of race. And the 17 was trying to push me, and I was trying to push the 22, and we were up there. That's all we can say. So thank you, Kroger. Thank you, Velveeta. That's it for Super Speedway racing.
And I know this was such a huge opportunity for you. You're looking for an opportunity for next year to drive.
He said lightning in 5 minutes.
What would it have meant to get a good run here? Was that sort of your thinking there, just putting it up front and not
all I was thinking about was winning. That's what I say over and over again, and you know that.
In 5 miles.
Modified Xfinity truck, late model,
well, that's not good. But also, that's not like they could. I think they could still dry the track during the lightning. They just can't.
So the track
race during it.
Here from Talladega.
So if there's no lightning with that lightning,
the cloud cover over, especially the south half of this track.
I have hope.
It's working. One thing.
And honestly, I say fuck that infield part. that infield part of the track, you know what I'm talking about? Like down below the yellow line. Maybe get a little bit of it, but like honestly, we don't really need to worry about that.
More rain on this track. That just eliminates all the work that these Air Titans have done. The progress that they've gained. And still out front of the field, under this red flag condition, Bubba Wallace looking for his first ever win, eventually coming here at Talladega.
They just really need to fucking dry it.
An F-150 isn't
The flies have been leaving me alone for the most part today, so that's good.
built for tough, built to hold.
They're still here, but they're leaving me alone.
For the people who count on it, because they know that brawn can get the job done, but it takes brains and brawn to get it done right. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
MRN said 2 hours for completion of drying.
Check that out. Internet.
All right, get started at 5:18. Let's run what we can. I just want us to run, even if like it has to get called to darkness. I still want us to just run. I want us to go back green. I want us to run some.
That's fast.
I just want shit to happen. I want a big crash.
Yep, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. It's so powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can your internet do that?
Let's hide the attic. No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car? Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws. Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
For the Bills and the Chiefs.
It's been 32 minutes since they red flagged the race. So they are trying. And I do appreciate that.
Bills, Chiefs. Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
Where the hell are we?
Your mom and brother, they're alive.
Run.
Under a red flag condition here at Talladega Super Speedway, the track and NASCAR doing all they can to get this track dry from a shower that passed through the area, hit the north side of the racetrack just a little bit. That's where these guys are headed right now. The south side, they hit it pretty hard, and so a lot of precipitation, moisture that they are trying to get cleared off this track to get it restarted. There's still 71 laps to go in this race. Another driver out of the car we'd love to chat with is Matt DiBenedetto. Marcus with him.
Matt DiBenedetto here, released from the Infield Care Center in Talladega. I know how excited you were coming to this race. This is a huge opportunity. Where were you placed there right before that wreck? Do you think you were in a good spot for the end of this race?
No. Yeah, I was excited coming in. Not now, but it is what it is. We went up there early, led some, and we're feeling our car out. Had good speed. It was good as always, man. The quick lane Mustang, Wood Brothers always bring really fast race cars to here. So wanted to, feel.
They're really trying to dry it.
After that, we got shuffled a little. Just riding. We were committed to that before the
We are planning to complete the event today. Look at this.
We don't need stage points, so we were going to cruise.
I don't know if you guys can really see that. But that's a screen at Talladega Super Speedway. It says we are planning on complete the event today.
Was the racing out there?
Oh, it was nuts. It was. We were on borrowed time for sure. But when the weather obviously became a factor and everyone was communicating it to all the drivers, you saw it just instantly pick up, and everyone was on full blast mode there at the end, and we didn't have the track position, so since we were committed to riding, then we had to go, and just not the right situation. It was a circumstance. Mother Nature threw the big kink in our plan, but another fast car. We've got some good races left. We've been on a roll.
So the Jet drivers are also out on the track too, along with the Air Titans.
So as the Jet dryers and crew working on the backstretch and into turn 3 and 4, it's starting to rain again in turn 2.
Motherfucker!
That cell that we had mentioned was on the south side of the racetrack is starting to hit that part of the track.
It's okay. We can still get it dry.
As well here, Marty.
Cheetah!
It's starting to rain on pit road as well, Rick, and it's interesting because I think when the Jet dryers and the Air Titans fired up, Bubba Wallace, who was at the front of pit road, said, that's enough for me. I'm going to go talk to my guys on the pit box. But it's been interesting. We've seen Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, Corey LaJoie, and Kurt Busch all come
Matt D, I'm going to cry.
to say, in essence, congratulations. And every time they want to say
I didn't even really see his
congratulations to
interview.
Bubba, he says, I don't want any part of it. There's his future teammate, Kurt Busch, coming by to say hello to him. And he shuts them down immediately. They start to say congratulations. He goes, nope, not done yet. Not official yet. So Bubba does not want to hear about a potential win until it's official from NASCAR.
And I agree with that.
Birthday. 27 years old, 11 months, 26 days. The Mobile, Alabama native.
Where would Matty D finish at this point?
Rain starting up again in turns 1 and 2.
35th.
NASCAR, the track, trying to do everything they can to get this track dry.
Raw power is an iron fist. Ram power puts it in a velvet glove. Raw power lifts with its legs. Ram power also lifts with its brains. Raw power gets it done. Ram power does what's never been done before by anyone. Discover Ram Power doing Ram Power days.
Right now, get $3,550 in total values, or get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2021 Ram 1500.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're gonna need more espresso shots.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
I don't even see any of the flies.
They need customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, so they only pay for what they need.
What do you say we see what this bird can do?
We are not getting you a helicopter.
They all leave.
It's like the walking kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
They probably go back to their little nest that they built in their
work on the front lines. They need a network that's built right. That's why we created Horizon Frontline, the advanced networking technology for first responders. Built on America's most reliable network. Built for real interoperability and built for 5G. It's America's #1 network in public safety. Horizon Frontline, built right for first responders.
We get out. Fired up. Hook big ones. We get out and rip it. And we track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Roval is already more than most can handle.
Yeah, Instagram's still down.
As an elimination race, hell, it's enough to make you wonder what.
I wonder if TikTok is down.
Everything.
No, TikTok's still up.
The NASCAR playoffs continue at the Roval. Sunday on NBC.
We've been to the moon and through the glass ceiling and brought the world to their feet. And still, we're not done yet. Hispanic Heritage Month. Come with us.
Watching the 2311 team wait out this rain and NASCAR's decision if they are going to continue to work on that racetrack.
Yeah, it's raining.
Again, the rain coming down a little bit harder now. And once again, it takes quite a while to dry this racetrack. So patiently waiting if you can. Bubba Wallace,
I just killed one of the flies.
when the caution came out, was in front of the field. The rain started then right away.
Oh boy. There they go. It's over. Bubba wins it, baby. Woo!
History made once again. It's official. Bubba Wallace gets his first career win. He's just
Woo!
African American to ever win at the highest level of NASCAR. Over 50 years ago, Wendell Scott was the first. Bubba Wallace now officially the winner at Talladega.
There we go, baby. I love this, man. I love it. Bubba wins. Bubba, baby. Look at that man. I've wanted him to win for a long time. Talladega is the perfect place. Triple crown of new winners.
Learning this skill as a young man, get a chance to do it on the biggest stage and then get a win. It's just an amazing feeling.
We've seen this whole weekend. Be a weekend of first-time winners and dreams realized, and none bigger than
That is awesome.
highest level stock car racing.
Instagram bend down, bro. Yeah, it's still down.
Hard to put himself in position to get to this level, and now he call himself a winner. Be able to take
Let's get the fog.
Yeah, you mentioned the hard work.
We burn it down hard.
Much scrutiny. You drive for Michael Jordan with a lot of eyes on your race team, a brand new race team. Expectations were set. It's been an up and down season. There's Chase Briscoe coming in, congratulating his friend Bubba Wallace. It was an impressive drive. It was not an easy day. Missed a couple accidents. The whole field knew rain was coming. You saw the intensity. It turned up. And Bubba continued to find traction in that outside lane, worked his way all the way to the front of the field. He's making that same walk that we saw a year ago when the entire garage showed its solidarity behind Bubba. And now, I think he's going to get his car. Changing pace. I think he wanted to be by the car.
First-time winners, man. They don't know what they're doing.
What a life-changing moment. And there's been a lot of life-changing moments for Bubba. He was engaged to his longtime girlfriend Amanda during our Olympic break.
3 for 3, yeah. We got 3 first-time winners this weekend. The question is, Kyle Busch still in the playoffs? I think so. He was +9, finished 27th. So, 26th.
As a winner, congratulations to you. But I want to know what emotions you were thinking of. Tears immediately when you found out. What emotions were going through your mind as you were waiting for an official announcement for NASCAR?
Sitting there waiting, it's not over with, just sit there, bide our time. If we go back racing, that's fine. Let's put ourselves in position. But he had so many cool fans behind us at the pit box just cheering for it to rain, so it kind of amped up the intensity a little bit. But man, just so proud of everybody at 2311, new team coming in, getting a win late in the season. Reminds me of kind of 2013, waited so long to get that first truck win. I know a lot of history was made today, I believe, which is really cool, but it's about my guys, it's about our team, it's about what we've done. Appreciate Michael Jordan, appreciate
See you next week for boring racing. And not, well, that's not a good attitude to have.
I want to know what it means to you.
I feel like we could have finished it, but happy for Bubba. I feel like we could have finished it, but then that rain came, and then I was like, all right.
Yeah, I never think about those things, and when you say it like that, it obviously brings a lot of emotion, a lot of joy. It's my family, fans, friends. It's pretty damn cool. So just had to be a winner in the Cup Series.
The significance of doing it here, it's almost appropriate, isn't it, Bubba? You told me last year here, a low point for you. To get the first win here, significant?
Yeah, for sure. This is all those kids out there that want to have an opportunity and whatever they want to achieve and be the best at what they want to do. And you're going to go through a lot of bullshit. But you always got to stick true to your path and not let the nonsense get to you.
And now the flies are back.
Strong, stay humble, stay hungry. Been plenty of times I wanted to give up. You surround yourself with the right people, and it's moments like this that you appreciate.
Bubba, there's a lot of people in this garage area and a lot of people around the world that are very proud of you right now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bubba Wallace. The emotion is friend Ryan Blaney coming in. with a water bath there, and you can hear the emotion in his voice, and you saw it in his tears as well, Rick.
Well, it's done.
Big hug on Ryan. There's Denny, friend and co-owner of the team that Bubba drives for with Michael Jordan.
He arrived late.
Roval is oh yeah, the Roval's next week. Roval's exciting.
They've celebrated that together. Well, tonight, Blaney gets to celebrate Bubba's win.
And Bubba said before, he's like, it's going to be my turn. I know it's going to be my turn. I've been around these guys that won. They've been able to get to victory lane. I know it's just a matter of time.
Talladega, you can party it up in the infield.
Wallace officially a winner in the Cup Series. Not a part of the playoffs, but this win here, very sweet for the 23-11 team. Bubba Wallace. Going back to celebrate with his team once again.
Thank you, brother.
Wendell Scott, the only other African-American drivers to win at this level. And ironically,
rest in peace, John West Townley. Very much so.
The Scott family happened earlier this year. At the time when Wendell Scott won the race, he wasn't given the trophy. It was that time in the country that Wendell Scott wasn't celebrated as the winner of the race. So much progress has been made, and now continuing to break through barriers. Bubba Wallace wins at the highest level of stock car racing.
I'm happy for this man.
Becoming just the second African-American driver to be able to do it. And his phone is lighting up. I'm sure that he's probably already heard from Michael Jordan, his family, as I mentioned, Amanda, his fiancée.
He'll spend 2 or 3 days answering hundreds of text messages. I can assure you, his career so interesting.
I'm just interested to see the point standings. That's what I'm wanting to see right now.
Racing the Truck Series for Kyle Busch, Roush Racing for the Xfinity Series. And a lot of ups and downs, a lot of success, a lot of struggles. Eventually an opportunity opened up at Richard Petty Motorsports, and he had some great results in that car, filling in for Eric Almirola.
Bubba's first win, man. I knew this day would come. I'm happy it did.
Possibly make it in this Cup Series through, I think, that opportunity.
Busch is -9?
Grounded out a few years.
How do you know?
Richard Petty, learning, struggling, working through frustration.
Because he was +9.
Waiting on somebody to give him another chance, and driving some equipment that could possibly take him to victory lane more often. And they're building something pretty special in 2311.
They're following Bubba. I don't even know. Like, who knows where Bubba's even going right now?
I mentioned it early. Kurt Busch coming in off season.
What if Bubba's just literally walking back to his collar? They're just following him.
He typically continues to win at that same track. Brad Keselowski won his first race here. 6-time winner at this racetrack. I won it in Texas. Every time I went there, I felt like I had an advantage.
We mentioned Wendell Scott's family has been so supportive of Bubba Wallace, and Wendell Scott's grandson just tweeted.
Winner, baby. There's the winner.
Standing on the bank.
There's the trophy.
Bubba Wallace, we salute you. What 2 days it has been for Bubba Wallace. This race scheduled to run yesterday was postponed because of rain. And so now they ran the race. There were 117 laps complete. And when the caution came out, it was Bubba Wallace who was up front. The rains came. The rain's still coming down here at Talladega. And NASCAR knew it couldn't be restarted. It became official. Bubba Wallace, the winner at Talladega.
I'm still waiting for them to come back from commercial because I want to see
The celebration will go
the standings. Because I don't know if I believe you saying that he's -9. Because he was +9.
PNC Bank believes that if a pair of goggles can help your backhand get better, then your bank should help you budget even better. Virtual Wallet is so much more than a checking account. Its low cash mode feature gives you at least 24 hours of extra time to help you avoid an overdraft fee.
You see that?
Virtual Wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
At least that first rain delay. Or no, I actually wish it did. I actually wish it did. That way we could have had a full race tomorrow. I wish there was like a big rain delay. He is +9, just fooling him.
Your turn.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
My internet streams to my ride.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's fast.
My internet's so fast, it keeps up with me.
Yep, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can the internet do that?
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA. What you're made of, we're made
Yo.
of.
I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
For the Bills. And the
Alright.
With these quarterbacks,
Nah, I just got shortened.
the only way to settle this is to air it out.
Alright. Okay.
Bills, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
Where the hell are we?
Your mom and brother are alive.
Run.
An historic win for Bubba Wallace through Talladega Super Speedway, celebrating.
What do you mean you called it?
Team about to get the hardware. We take a look at the playoff leaderboard after this race. Presented by Xfinity. Denny Hamlin with the win. Again, Bubba Wallace not a part of the playoffs as far as...
All right, so Kyle Busch is +9.
Through the playoffs. Denny Hamlin gets the win. Kyle Larson only 22 points above the cut line now. Logano
Bowman is in a must-win.
Very tight for quite a few drivers trying to advance to the round of 8.
Byron's pretty much in a must-win.
We come back. Final thoughts from here at Talladega.
Yeah, I think he is in a must-win.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive family. They're helpful but annoying.
Next week, one spin and he is done. Maybe. You never know. But alright, y'all. I'm going to end the stream. I want to thank you guys for watching. And I'll be live. When will I be live next week?
This isn't just freight. These aren't just shipments. They're promises. Promises of all shapes and sizes. Each with a time and a place they've been promised to be. A promise is everything to Old Dominion, because it means everything to you.
Man, is NASCAR.com down too?
I need to try it first.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted,
Alright.
or used in
Next
any
week,
form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Next week, the Xfinity race at the Roval's at 3. So we'll be live at 2:45. And the Cup race is at 2 on Sunday. So I'll be live at 1:45.
This is a new feeling for you, and that you used to winning as a driver.
It's just way more.
The internet just fucking died.
You know how difficult it is.
Next week's Charlotte Roval. Hell yeah.
Just worked so hard
But yeah, thank you guys for watching.